I started as the master of Jin Feng's Ayulu, astonishing the world with a single sword. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 726, Kill, Kill, and Kill Again. The two walked out of the room. But now in their courtyard, a figure was already standing there. The man was holding a long sword in his hand, and looked at the two people who came out of the house with cold eyes. Nangguang Qiushu and Nangguang Yiren were stunned. Just now, they did not feel any breath or sound in the courtyard. The other party was able to stand here silently, and his strength must be extraordinary. Who are you? Nangguang Qiushu looked at the man holding the long sword. You are from the Qinglong Society, Nangguang Yiren beside her spoke. A Fei from this Hangaiyu Hall of the Qinglong Society. The one holding the long sword was a Fei. The more beautiful a beauty is, once she becomes vicious, she will become unscrupulous and more frightening, so she must be eliminated first. A Fei was sent by Su Chen to kill Nangguang Qiushu and her sister. A Fei and Jing Wuming belonged to this Hangaiyu Hall before, but Jing Wuming left, and a Fei now stepped into the sea to concentrate, and the position of the head of this Hangaiyu Hall is beyond reproach. Qinglong, who you guys are here so fast, but this is my Nangguang family. How dare you come here? Nangguang Qiushu looked at Ah Fei and said. Hearing Ah Fei's name, Nangguang Qiushu had some impression in her mind. However, the information she had obtained before showed that Ah Fei's strength was not high. The other party stood here silently, and there should be some hidden means. What happened to my father? Nangguang Qiushu asked afterwards. He died. You guys should go and accompany him. When Ah Fei spoke, he moved his feet, and his figure turned into a residual image and appeared in front of Nangguang Qiushu. Nangguang Qiushu's face changed, and her palm slapped out. But a sword light appeared in an instant and pierced her throat. Nangguang Qiushu's palm fell down, looking at Ah Fei, her eyes were stunned, and then her head fell down. Residual image, bloody kill, when Ah Fei pierced Nangguang Qiushu's head with a sword. Nangguang Yiren made a move. A blood-colored long knife appeared in her hand, and the long knife was like a residual image. And a charming look appeared on her face. For a moment, her body slowly moved, and a series of illusory figures appeared, attacking Ah Fei. She even let out a burst of light laughter from her mouth. The broken knife, the illusion, and the laughter, triple influence. In the blink of an eye, the broken knife appeared in front of Ah Fei, and Nangguang Yiren's charming face showed a ferocious look. Swish! Just a flash of sword light, and the blood knife that was about to approach Ah Fei suddenly stopped. Because Ah Fei's long sword had pierced Nangguang Yiren's eyebrows, Ah Fei's sword was fast. Why is your sword so fast? Nangguang Yiren looked at Ah Fei, and then fell to the ground. Ah Fei glanced at the two people on the ground. Turned and left. 4 women, beautiful women. Ah Fei's heart is cold. In Ah Fei's previous life, he could be said to be a pitiful man in the early stage. The person he loved was Lin Ziner, the most beautiful woman in the world. Of course, Lin Ziner has been using Ah Fei. She had many men, but Ah Fei was never her man. Ah Fei was an affectionate man, but he was also a heartbroken man. At this moment, the Nangguang family's manor was filled with killing sounds. The assassins of the Qinglong Society had already jumped in and killed anyone they saw. If they attacked, they would wipe out the entire family and leave no one alive. This is how the martial arts world works. When Su Chen and the others arrived at the hall, he sensed it, and then his expression slightly changed. Let's go to the back manor of the Nangguang family, Su Chen said to Li Zunhuan. When Su Chen came to Jiangnan, he had learned about the 4 great families in Jiangnan. Some strong men of the Nangguang family were in the inner manor of the Nangguang family manor. I thought they would show up just now, but there were no strong masters in the hall. In order not to waste time, he and Li Zunhuan went directly to the back manor. The two of them jumped up and rushed on the roof. Soon he appeared in the back village of the Nangguang family. Nangguang Wenchen, surround and kill this young dragon chief. This young dragon chief will destroy the Nangguang family today. As soon as he entered the back village, Su Chen's violent voice spread in all directions and punched towards the ancestral temple of the Nangguang family. How dare you? How dare you? Several voices burst out at the same time. Then a figure flew out of the ancestral temple. Just at the moment they flew out, a ray of light came out from Li Zunhuan's hand. As fast as a meteor. Swish! The figure that rushed out, before it could burst out with power, was pierced through the throat by a flying knife and fell to the ground. "How dare you!" Seeing this situation, a figure walked out of the ancestral hall. The figure was covered with the golden aura. Protecting himself, his eyes looked at Li Zunhun behind Su Chen. It seemed that he was guarding against Li Zunhun. "Those who shoot arrows in the dark, who are you?" The man who came was burly and looked at Su Chen and Li Zunhun fiercely. "Why are you the only one who dares not come out? Your Nanguang family wants me dead, so I'm bringing people to destroy your Nanguang family." Su Chen snorted coldly, kicked the ground with his foot, and attacked the big man. His momentum surged. Time is running out, so he must kill him as soon as possible. The power of the body, the big man who appeared sensed the breath of Su Chen, his expression changed, and he didn't stop at all, turning around and trying to enter the ancestral hall. Boom! But at this time, Su Chen's fist had already attacked. The man who appeared sensed the terrifying power sweeping over. His face changed. Divine power, Xiangang unbreakable fist, boom. He burst out with divine power and punched Su Chen. The terrifying energy on his fist burst out like a wave. But his fist collided with Su Chen's fist, and the power on his fist was instantly shattered. The fist not only shattered his fist power, but also shattered the opponent's fist arm. "Ah!" The strong man screamed, but the scream was sent out, and Su Chen's fist had already landed on his body. Bang! The strong man was directly beaten into the ancestral hall. After entering the ancestral hall, with a bang, the internal key burst out, and the whole body was covered with blood mist. In the ancestral hall, blood was scattered. Su Chen and Li Zunhun stepped into the ancestral hall. In the ancestral hall, 5 figures walked out of the hall, led by an old man with a white beard and a very burly figure. "Does the power of Lin Shen give you the courage to break into our Nanguang family?" The old man looked at Su Chen with anger. But Su Chen did not respond to him. "Divine power, I am the only one." At this moment, Su Chen burst out the divine power of Yan Kuang-tu, and vaguely triggered the broken power in Yan Kuang-tu's body. Yan Kuang-tu, the world's #1 madman, although he is an experience card, he still has his own divine power. What he has to do today is to suppress, kill, and suppress, and kill everything. Boom! At the moment of the divine power burst out, endless pressure surged towards the 5 people in the hall. Under this pressure, the 5 figures immediately burst out their own divine power. Divine power, Heaven's Destruction Fist, divine power, Chaos Golden Body. The 5 people growled. However, the stone pillars outside the temples around them seemed to be pressed by a huge mountain. Cracks appeared, and then they broke and turned into powder. A trace of blood flowed from the corners of the 5 people's mouths. Lin Shen, in this situation, the leading old man growled. Their Nanguang family also has people who have stepped into the Heaven's Gate. They also have such means. Chapter 727 Broken, Heavenly Gate, Terrifying Power. Boom! A jade pendant suddenly broke on the chest of the white-bearded old man. As the jade pendant broke, a terrifying force erupted in his body. This force surged out and immediately resisted the Yan Kuang-tu's divine power that erupted from Su Chen. An aura that did not belong to the white-bearded old man also spread out. This aura was dark and cold. With the emergence of this dark and cold power, the white-bearded old man's eyes became dark and cold, and his own divine power quickly disappeared. Divine power, dark sky curtain, the old man said in a low voice. A terrifying dark divine power erupted from him, fighting against Yan Kuang-tu's divine power. At the moment of confrontation, the 4 figures beside the old man took this opportunity to rush out of the area covered by Yan Kuang-tu's divine power. Only the old man was left to fight against Su Chen. Qinglong Society, you are too presumptuous. Today I will kill you and boost the reputation of my Nanguang family. The white-bearded old man looked at Su Chen with cold eyes. Leave 2 of you to deal with that man, and the others go to rescue the other children of the Nanguang family. You must kill all the enemies, the white-bearded old man said sternly. 2 of the 4 figures wanted to leave, but when they moved, they felt a divine power enveloping them. This divine power made their hearts tremble, and a feeling that made them extremely nervous appeared in their consciousness. They felt that as long as they moved, they might be attacked and killed. Their eyes could not help but look at Li Zunhun, who had followed Su Chen earlier. At this moment, a flying knife appeared in Li Zunhun's hand. It was just one, but it made the 4 people sweat coldly. An extremely cold pressure enveloped them. With this coldness, a shadow of death appeared in their hearts. They looked at Li Zunhun with horror. Although this person's divine power was not overbearing, it was sharp. Especially the flying knife in his hand, which made them feel that if the knife came out, the wind and clouds would change, and they might die. They did not dare to move. The white-bearded old man also looked condensed at this moment, and he also sensed the unusual divine power on Li Zhenhun. But at this time, Su Chen's attack had already arrived. "I really want to see whether your power is stronger or mine," Su Chen said in a cold voice. While speaking, his aura began to rise, and his energy was also madly gathering towards his fist. The opponent's power is not simple. With a move of his eyes, his figure shot out violently and punched out. Seeing this, the white-bearded old man's face became solemn, and the power in his body quickly flowed. The cold power permeated around, forming a series of terrifying dark vortexes. Boom! With a punch, the cold power burst out from his fist and went towards Su Chen. Bang! The two fists collided. Two terrifying forces permeated from the place where the palms intersected, and the surrounding air shattered like broken glass. The two bodies moved slightly. Su Chen's eyes condensed. His fist was actually blocked by the other party. The power of Lin Shen is almost broken. You want to rely on Lin Shen to kill me, but you can't do it. When your power of Lin Shen disappears, it will be time for me to break your head. The white-bearded old man looked at Su Chen with a cold expression. Dark mysterious finger. The voice fell, but he did not stop attacking, but pointed his finger. At the moment of pointing, ripples appeared in the air, and then a terrifying energy burst out from his finger, forming a huge air column, attacking Su Chen. Su Chen snorted coldly, raised his right hand, Zuanshan Jinwu palm. A hot flame energy burst out from his palm, and he slapped it out with a palm, shattering the cold finger energy, and slapped it towards the opponent. When the right hand burst out, he clenched his left palm into a fist. Xianshuang fist. Su Chen used the Yankuang to experience card, which can also be used for his own martial arts. Under the effect of the Ice Qilin Arm, the ice power that burst out from his palm was extremely powerful. The two forces attacked each other at the same time. One punch and one palm instantly appeared in front of the white-bearded old man. The white-bearded old man's expression changed. The power in his body burst out, but it was affected by a chill, and the power in his body seemed to stagnate instantly. At this moment, Su Chen's fists and palms arrived. His face was ferocious. "Twist off my head, I'll kill you first." Bang! The palms and fists all fell on the opponent. Roar! Just when Su Chen's fists and palms fell on the opponent, suddenly, the opponent's aura surged again, and a more terrifying force emerged to block Su Chen's fists and palms. Broken power. When the opponent burst out with his power, Su Chen's heart became clear. At this time, a breath appeared in the world, and this breath appeared with wind and clouds. In the dark night, a terrifying force appeared. The world began to change. After the white-bearded old man blocked Su Chen's attack, his figure quickly retreated, and quickly concealed his own power. The originally changing scene in the sky gradually disappeared. At that moment, Su Chen vaguely felt that a shadow suddenly disappeared in the sky. Heavenly Gate, Su Chen thought in his heart. Is this why the use of the power of shattering may lead to suppression? Su Chen retracted his gaze. Looking at the white-bearded old man, a cold light flashed in his eyes. Since he couldn't kill the other party for the time being, he would kill the old man's helper first. Li Zhenhun's strength was at the level of shattering, but if he used it, it would be suppressed, so it was better not to use it. And he only needed to use the shattering attack when Yan Kuang-Tu's power was about to disappear. At that time, even if the heaven and earth vision appeared, what could he do? Yan Kuang-Tu's experience card disappeared, and his strength was only the 9 difficulties of heaven and man. Boom! He turned around and appeared in front of a person, and his palm fell quickly. The terrifying cold air solidified quickly. The old man had been on guard. When Su Chen's palm fell, his face changed and his palm slapped out quickly. However, his own ki was first suppressed by the terrifying ki, and then hindered by the cold air. He couldn't burst out his full strength at all. "Help me," the man roared. Seeing this, a person next to him immediately punched. But at this moment, the flying knife in Li Zhenhun's hand, which had not moved before, flew out instantly. When the knife flew out, time seemed to stop, penetrating the space layer, and the opponent's fist turned and blasted out. But the fist seemed to be a step slower. The flying knife had pierced his throat. And Su Chen also killed another person with a punch. Seeing this, the white-bearded old man's face was furious. His eyes were cold, and he roared. An endless murderous intent emerged from his body. The monstrous murderous intent was pervasive. Dark Killing, the fist with murderous intent, with violent energy, fell towards Su Chen. Su Chen let out a long roar and punched. Collided with the opponent's fist. Boom. After the two fists collided, they continued to fight. Terrible power surged around. The surrounding air kept making explosive sounds during their fierce collision. As they kept fighting, the surrounding houses began to collapse continuously due to the vibration of the energy. During the fight, Su Chen sensed that Yan Kuang-tu's experience card was about to disappear. He shook the opponent away with a punch, and then the power on his body began to increase, and the terrifying power instantly condensed on him. Your time has come. You want to use the power of shattering. The white-bearded old man seemed to know what Su Chen wanted to do, and the power on his body also changed, and the previous terrifying power erupted again. Su Chen had already punched out. When this punch was thrown, there was only the shadow of the fist between heaven and earth. And the world began to change rapidly, with faint lightning and thunder. The white-bearded old man sensed this punch, and punched out a punch, colliding with Su Chen's fist. But this time, Su Chen's fist was more domineering. Shattering the opponent's fist. Bombing the opponent's body. The opponent's body was blown away by a punch. Su Chen's aura fell, but the opponent's aura did not disappear. Boom. A huge door shadow appeared. Then a terrifying force fell on the white-bearded old man, and the white-bearded old man was blown away by Su Chen's fist, and he could not hide his own power immediately. His own power wanted to resist, but it was shattered. Bang! The whole body turned into a ball of blood mist. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 728, Massacre of the Nanguang Family, The Remnants of Remnant Dream, and Other Shore. Looking at the white-bearded old man who turned into blood mist, Su Chen's eyes condensed and he looked up at the sky. The door vaguely appeared in the sky and disappeared. The night sky returned to calm. There were still two people left in the Nanguang Ancestral Hall. The two looked at each other. One of them rushed towards Li Zunhun, and the other came towards Su Chen, grabbing Su Chen with his palm. Now only by catching Su Chen, whose strength disappeared when the Shineman strongmen came, can one person survive. Save the current Nanguang family. Immortal Sky Fist, one of them punched Li Zunhun. He wanted to stop Li Zunhun and not let Li Zunhun have the opportunity to rescue Su Chen. This person's flying knife is powerful. As long as you block his knife, or don't let him use the knife, you can survive. The speed of the fist is very fast. But he is fast, and Li Zunhun is faster. Li Zunhun is not only fast in flying knives, his lightness is extraordinary. The figure moved, and turned into a residual image and appeared in front of Su Chen. He raised his palm and slapped it out. It collided with a palm that grabbed him. The man was shocked by a terrifying force and retreated. When he retreated, suddenly, he felt a pain in his chest. He looked up at his chest, where a flying knife was stuck. How is it possible? He was a little unconvinced. He half knelt on the ground unwillingly. He didn't understand why Li Zunhun's flying knife was so fast. The other person, after a punch missed, turned around and fled quickly into the darkness. Not an opponent. I don't know why, although they are both powerful spiritual masters in the sea, and their own divine power is also very strong, why can't they stop the opponent's flying knife? It's just that his speed is fast. The flying knife is faster than his speed. Swish. Between heaven and earth, only a flash of silver light can be seen. The fleeing Nanguang family fell to the ground. Li Zunhun took action. How could he let them have the opportunity to leave? How was the heavenly gate just now? Su Chen asked in a deep voice. My flying knife can break it. Once it breaks, I feel that I may be pulled into the heavenly gate by a force, Li Zunhun said. Is that so? So this is how the heavenly gate is opened. Let's go and clean up the remaining people of the Nanguang family. This is the backyard of the Nanguang family. There should be some strong men in the front yard. The two of them did not stop and headed towards the outer village. At this time, some strong men who were rushing to the Nanguang family also saw the strange phenomenon in the sky. There was horror in their eyes. I didn't expect that the Qinglong society would send out strong men who could attract the heavenly gate. It may be the presence of a strong man above the heavenly gate. I just don't know whether the Nanguang family won just now, or the Qinglong Society won. Some people thought so in their hearts. They accelerated their bodies. When they arrived outside the Nanguang family, they saw a massacre by the Qinglong Society. The Qinglong Society won, and the Nanguang family lost. Such an ancient Nanguang family was actually massacred by the Qinglong Society that had just entered Jiangnan. This is also their own fault. Should the Nanguang family have attacked the Qinglong Society first? In the end, the Qinglong Society was stronger than they thought, so the Qinglong Society won and the Nanguang family was massacred. This Qinglong Society is so strong, some people whispered. I don't know what the specific battle situation is like. I don't know if there will be detailed news tomorrow, some people said. They wanted to know the specific battle situation. In this way, they can also know how the people of the Qinglong Society killed Nanguang Wenchen and destroyed the strong men in the ancestral temple of the Nanguang family. Only in this way can they better judge the Qinglong Society. At this time, the black market. The base of Kanmen. A middle-aged man in a green robe and with a thin face looked at the report of the person in front of him with an extremely horrified face. Immediately notify the people of Kanming to hide and stop all activities. Do not show up without my order. Let's leave Jinling City, the thin middle-aged man said. Deputy Chief Suo, don't we want to avenge the chief? A young man with a gloomy face below him said. Revenge? Nanguang Wenchen was beaten to death, how do you think we can avenge him? The deputy chief Suo said coldly. As he finished speaking, a hurried figure ran in from outside the door. Deputy chief, the people of Qinglong Society have entered the Nanguang family, the figure said. Entering the Nanguang family, they are so brave, are they going to die? The young man said after hearing this. Young chief, the Nanguang family is now bleeding like a river and is about to be slaughtered by the people of Qinglong Society. All the strong men in the ancestral temple of the Nanguang family have died, and there are no survivors, the man said hurriedly. What? Hearing the words of the man, the young chief's face changed. You mean, the Nanguang family was defeated and was massacred? How is that possible? The young man didn't believe it. Yes, the people of the Qinglong Society are still killing people. Almost no strong men and disciples of the Nanguang family have escaped. The Qinglong Society is too cruel, the man hurriedly said. Hearing this, the young man's face changed. Retreat, we will retreat now. You and I will go to the other shore. The Qinglong Society is so strong that we must form an alliance with them or merge with them. Otherwise, we will have no way to go, the thin deputy leader said in a deep voice. Okay, I'll listen to you, Deputy Leader Suo. The young man didn't dare to be arrogant anymore at this moment. Let's go, Deputy Leader Suo nodded. Notify everyone to evacuate the black market and the Jinling city base, and evacuate temporarily. Now the Qinglong Society is showing its strength. Once the Qinglong Society finds their base, I'm afraid they will suffer heavy losses. After saying that, he took the young man and quickly left the base. However, they did not leave the black market directly, but went to the other shore first. The other shore is leaderless at the moment. In the hall, several people are sitting on both sides. The atmosphere in the room seems very disharmonious. Previously, Ten Beichuan monopolized the power of the other shore, and some deputy leaders managed their own side. So now no one can suppress others with one word. I think we, the other shore, should withdraw from the black market now and preserve our strength. Otherwise, once the Green Dragon Society takes action, I'm afraid we won't be able to leave, one of the old men in brocade robes said. Withdraw from the black market, Elder Hishan. Once we withdraw from the black market, the reputation of the other shore, will probably plummet, one of the old men in black clothes with a gloomy eye said. Do you want to die? The old man in brocade clothes said. When the voice fell, a figure quickly came to the old man in brocade clothes and said something in his ear. His face changed drastically. The Nanguang family is now being massacred by the Green Dragon Society. You want to stay here? If you stay, I won't die with you. The old man in brocade clothes, Hishan, stood up and turned to leave. Hishan elder, you said that the Qinglong Society is slaughtering the Nanguang family. Hearing this, the others asked in shock. Yes. The Nanguang family has been defeated. If we don't leave, the Qinglong Society will attack us after dealing with the Nanguang family, the Hishan elder, who is wearing a brocade robe, said in a deep voice. Is this absolutely impossible? Some people simply didn't believe it. It's true, at this time, the figure of Kanmen, Deputy Chief Suo appeared at the door of the hall. Chapter 729 Black Market Nanguang Wangshan, Character Chu Xiangayu, Murin Bo's Lifelong Skills. Suomu, what you said about the Nanguang family being massacred by the Qinglong Society is true. How is this possible? The Nanguang family is one of the 4 major families in Jiangnan. Their foundation is extraordinary. The old man who was dressed in black before looked at the visitor and said, I don't need to lie to you. Now the Qinglong Society is indeed massacring the people of the Nanguang family. Did the Black Mountain Elder get the news? Otherwise, he wouldn't leave. Suomu looked at the Black Mountain Elder. I said they didn't believe it. Why did you come here, Suomu? The Black Mountain Elder looked at Suomu and said, Now it is a crisis for us, Kanmen, and your Baian. I have ordered all the people of Kanmen to hide and withdraw from Jinling. I came here to form a temporary alliance with you, Baian, to deal with the next siege of the Qinglong Society. Together, our leader attacked the young dragon leader of the Qinglong Society. Seeing the reaction of the Qinglong Society will definitely attack us after dealing with the Nanguang family, the deputy leader Suo said. At this time, some people also entered the hall. They came behind some people in the hall and whispered in their ears. Then their expressions changed drastically. Leave first. After receiving the news, several people in the hall quickly spoke. They are killers and never put themselves in danger. Move quickly. Leave quickly. For a while, all the people from the black market, Kanmen, and Baian, withdrew from the black market. In a pavilion in the black market, Bai Tianyu, the current ruler of the black market, looked at the secret report in his hand with an extremely shocked look on his face. Qinglong Society is slaughtering the Nanguang family. Too cruel. But Nanguang Wenshan, you want too much? You actually joined forces with Kanmen, Baian, Ho family, and Qiri Palace to kill the young dragon leader of Qinglong Society. It seems that you want to use this young dragon leader Su as bait to plot against Li Zhenhun and others. Unfortunately, this Su Chen has the presence of a Shineman strong man, who is stronger than the strong man above you in Shineman. Bai Tianyu sighed. Just as he sighed, a middle-aged man in a green robe and a thin figure walked into the pavilion. The man had a gloomy temperament, and this gloom was accompanied by a murderous aura, which made people feel inexplicably dangerous. Elder Nanguang, how come you have time to come here? Bai Tianyu looked at the man and said. The black market in Jinling City, the Nanguang family also has people in it. The person who is stationed in the black market of the Nanguang family is this person, named Nanguang Wangshan. Bai Tianyu, I came here this time to give up my Nanguang family's share in the black market, but I have a request, that is, Li Zhenhun, the second leader of the Green Dragon Society, must I? Nanguang Wangshan said. The voice was calm, without anger. Elder Nanguang, even if you take out the Nanguang family's share of the black market, I'm afraid no one will be willing to help you with this. The Green Dragon Society is very strong. Only those old antiques dare to take action. They have that strength, but they will not take action against Li Zhenhun, the second leader of the Green Dragon Society, for this little share of the black market, Bai Tianyu said. If the other party is not interested in the black market share, then they should be interested in a place in Shineman. My Nanguang family is above Shineman and has extraordinary strength. I plan to contact the Nanguang family above Shineman to ask for a place to enter Shineman, and the person who enters can get the protection of the Nanguang family above Shineman for 10 years. Nanguang Wangshan continued. What? Hearing this, Bai Tianyu's face changed. He didn't expect Nanguang Wangshan to offer such a place. This place will definitely make people excited. Some old antiques who are afraid of passing through Shineman will definitely be tempted. Even if King Longhu is strong, what can it do? After killing people, they will directly enter Shineman, and King Longhu will not be able to find it. What's more, after entering Shineman, they can still be protected by the Nanguang family for 10 years. You take this news to those old antiques, and I will come to find you again in 3 days. After speaking, Nanguang Wangshan turned and left. Looking at Nanguang Wangshan who left, Bai Tianyu frowned slightly. The black market is going to be a bloody rain. Bai Tianyu sighed, stood up and left. Night. Bloody night. Under the siege of the Qinglong Society, not many people in the Nanguang family in Jinling City escaped. Su Chen sat in the hall of the Nanguang family. Some corpses were quickly cleaned up, piled together, and disposed of with corpse powder. Conquer the Nanguang family land of the 4 major families in Jiangnan, and reward 3 orange lottery cards. In the hall, after dealing with the Nanguang family, Su Chen got 3 orange lottery cards. It didn't say to destroy the Nanguang family, but to conquer the clan land. That's because the Nanguang family has developed for so many years and has many branches. These branches are all over Jiangnan, not in Jinling City. Wei Zhuang, the Nanguang family still has remnants in Jinling City. The branches in various places should not be underestimated and need to be eradicated one after another. You guys come to do this, and Remnant Dream, and the other shore, can't be left behind. As for the Red Sun Palace outside Su City, contact Lian Chengbi and find out the details of the Red Sun Palace, Su Chen ordered. Yes, I will arrange it immediately. Wei Zhuang accepted the order. The things in the Nanguang family treasury must be kept well. Don't let anything go wrong. I will come to the Nanguang family tomorrow, Su Chen said. These things are the most convenient way for him to produce lottery cards. So there can be no mistakes. You guys deal with things here, I'll go back to the banker first. The blood in the Nanguang family manor was too strong, and he didn't plan to stay here at night. After Su Chen finished speaking, he quickly left the Nanguang family manor. Black and white Zhuangjian was in a carriage outside the manor. This was a carriage of the Nanguang family. Su Chen got on the carriage and quickly returned to the banker. Inside the carriage, Su Chen took out the 3 orange lottery cards. Congratulations on getting the character Chu Xiangao, getting the characters Huge Hengwo's 30-year enlightenment, and getting Murinbo's lifetime skill card, exclusive character Murinfu. Su Chen's eyes condensed slightly. Chu Xiangao, a figure in the 4 famous detectives in the capital, is the emperor's cousin. He was originally the 3rd prince's guard and was known as the King of Extinction. The left hand Ice Soul Cold Light Palm and the right hand Fire Red Flame Palm are all-round talents, ambitious, quite capable of leadership, have means, ruthless, and appreciate talents. In the end, he was surrounded and killed. Very strong. Su Chen took a look at the opponent's strength, and concentrated his mind in the sea, but did not reach the point of breaking. As for Zhu Zhengwo's 30-year enlightenment, it is Zhu Zhengwo's peak and late-stage mind enlightenment. It can be said that if Zhu Zhengwo gets enlightenment, he will probably reach the state of concentrating his mind in the sea. As for Murinfu, he didn't expect to get his father's skills. Murinbo is one of the 4 masters of Xianlong, and he is also considered a top master among Xianlong. With a skill, Murinfu might be able to concentrate his mind in the sea. As for whether he can concentrate his mind, Su Chen doesn't know. Because this is skill, not perception. Concentrating the mind in the sea is more about perception. Now the strength of the capital has increased a little bit, Su Chen thought to himself. He was worried about the safety of several people in the capital before, but now he is a little relieved. Chapter 730, Li Zunhun intimidates Bai Zuanming, Nanguang Wangshan's cruelty. Underground black market. Bai Zuanming came to a dark cave. He pushed open the stone door at the entrance and walked into the cave. Inside the cave, the air became dull. The further down he went, the more serious the dull feeling became, giving people a very depressed and uncomfortable feeling. I really don't want to come here. Every time I come here, it seems depressing. Bai Zuanming adjusted his breathing, but still felt a heavy pressure coming. A stream of energy appeared on his body and began to flow, resisting this heavy pressure. After a while, Bai Zuanming appeared in a cave filled with black airflow and dim lights. In the cave, on a stone platform, a man with a naked upper body and unkempt hair was sitting cross-legged with his eyes closed. What attracted people was that this man's shriveled body was covered with black runes like tadpoles. These runes covered his whole body, covering his entire body. And these runes were constantly flowing, exuding an amazing breath, and combined with the black runes, it gave people a sense of demonic intent. Bai Zuanming appeared. Bai Zuanming, what's the matter with you coming here? A deep voice sounded in the cave. Then the disheveled man opened his eyes. In his eyes, a black light emerged, making people feel that the cave was even darker and darker. Old Iman Wuji, the Nanguang family was massacred by the newly emerged force, Qinglong Society. Nanguang Wangshan offered a quota to enter Xianmen, hoping to kill Li Zunhun, the second leader of Qinglong Society. This is the information of Qinglong Society and Li Zunhun. If you are interested, you can come to the black market headquarters in 3 days. After speaking, Several pieces of secret paper flew out of Bai Tianyu's hand, and he turned and left. The old man raised his hand to grab the flying pieces of secret paper, and looked at the contents on the secret paper. Bai Tianyu left here quickly, and went to 3 other places, and then returned to his pavilion. But when he entered the pavilion, 2 figures were already in the pavilion. One was sitting. One was standing behind the sitting man. Seeing these 2 figures, Bai Tianyu was startled. Because the person sitting in the middle was Li Zunhuan, the second leader of the Qinglong Society. Congratulations to the second leader, congratulations to the Qinglong Society, Bai Tianyu said congratulatory. Mr. Bai Zhuan, let me be frank. The Nanguang family has a share in the black market, right? Who is the Nanguang family in the black market? Where is it now? Li Zunhuan said. The Nanguang family is one of the 4 major families in Jiangnan. It is absolutely impossible for such a family not to occupy some share of the black market in Jinling City. The Nanguang family has been destroyed, and the remnants of the Nanguang family cannot be left. If these remnants are powerful, they must be the people of the Nanguang family in the black market. Second leader, this, Bai Tianyu frowned slightly. He didn't expect Li Zunhuan to ask this right away. Mr. Bai Zhuan, you need to think things through. The remnants of the Nanguang family cannot stir up any trouble. The ancestor of the Nanguang family used the power of the body, and he died anyway, Li Zunhuan continued. His voice was calm, but it revealed an invisible pressure. Bai Tianyu did not pay much attention to the Nanguang family being massacred by the Qinglong Society, and the death of the ancestor of the Nanguang family. But now he was shocked. Li Zunhuan said that the ancestor of the Nanguang family died after using the power of the body. What does this mean? It means that the power of the Qinglong Society, at that time, was stronger than the power of the ancestor of the Nanguang family. It also means that the Qinglong Society also has strong people and power above Xianmen. I almost forgot about this, Bai Tianyu said in his heart. The Nanguang family in the black market is called Nanguang Wangshan. He just came to me and said that he would give me a place to enter Xianmen, hoping that some old antiques in the black market would kill you, the second dragon head. As for where Nanguang Wangshan is now, I really don't know. He is very cautious and should leave the black market now, but he said he would come in 3 days to wait for the reply from those old antiques. While speaking, Bai Tianyu looked at Li Zunhuan, wanting to see Li Zunhuan's reaction. But he didn't expect Li Zunhuan to be calm, without any change. However, Fei, who was standing behind Li Zunhuan, burst out with a sharp sword energy. Who is this person? Bai Tianyu's heart moved. The Nanguang family has now been slaughtered by our Qinglong Society. According to the rules of the martial arts world, the Nanguang family's share in the black market is taken by our Qinglong Society. Mr. Bixun, you can pass this message to others. Also, I will come to see Mr. Bixun again in 3 days. Li Zunhuan glanced at Bixun, stood up, and left with Fei. Looking at Li Zunhuan's back as he left, Bixun frowned slightly. From Li Zunhuan's tone and demeanor, he didn't seem to care about those antiques. Outside the city, a manor, an underground secret room. The blood was filled with a dull feeling. The blood came from a blood pool in the middle of the secret room. Next to the blood pool, Nanguang Wangshan, wearing a green robe, was standing, and 3 corpses were lying at his feet. The clothes of these corpses were intact, and it could be seen that they were the clothes of Nanguang family disciples. At this moment, Nanguang Wangshan's eyes were filled with a terrifying blood light, and his eyes were full of bloodshot, which looked extremely terrifying. We failed. The blood of 3 direct descendants of the Nanguang family, plus the blood of dozens of people from the branch lineage, could not be contacted. The price of the Nanguang family above Xianmen is too high. Nanguang Wangshan pondered. Father, what should we do now? In the dark of the secret room, a young man spoke. We must contact the Nanguang family above Xianmen, otherwise, no one will be willing to help our Nanguang family. It is impossible for my Nanguang family to use external forces to restore the glory of my Nanguang family, Nanguang Wangshan said in a deep voice. But now there are not many people left in the direct lineage of the Nanguang family. What if father can't contact the Nanguang family above Xianmen? The young man said with a serious expression. If we don't succeed, we will die. If there is no external force, the people that our Nanguang family has offended over the years will also attack us like mad dogs. The Nanguang family has been in Jiangnan Wulin for too long, and there are many forces that secretly hate us. They didn't have a chance before, but now they smell an opportunity and will definitely take action. I'm afraid that the branches of the Nanguang family in various places will not be able to survive. You go to the town and eliminate the branches of the Nanguang family there, bring back all their blood, and dissolve all the bodies without leaving any traces. I will recover my mind and continue tomorrow. I must contact the ancestors of the Nanguang family on Shinmen. Nanguang Wangshen's eyes gradually returned to normal, and he said in a deep voice. Hearing Nanguang Wangshen's words, the young man's expression condensed slightly, but he didn't say anything and withdrew from the underground secret room. The current situation is indeed as his father said. There is no retreat. Chapter 731, Swordmaster of Sword Forging City, Envoys from 10 Directions Gather. The next day, when Su Chen walked out of the room, it was already noon. Yuan Su Ain's injuries had improved a little, but he still needed to rest for a while. After a simple meal, he came to the hall. In the hall, Zhuang Zuanji placed all the things he got from the corpses yesterday in the hall. These things were obtained from that servant, some secret books, some elixirs, and mainly, Nanguang Wenchen still has a set of inner armor, which should be a weapon-level inner armor, Zhuang Zuanji said. After saying that, he pointed to an inner armor with some cracks. The cracks were caused by Su Chen's fist landing on the opponent when he used the Yankuang to experience card yesterday. However, Nanguang Wenchen's real death was caused by Su Chen's blasting his head. Go forward to take a look at the inner armor and pick it up to investigate. Found some broken top-level weapon-level inner armor, Earth Silkworm armor, reward 1 orange lottery card. Repair this. Earth Silkworm armor, requires 10 kilograms of Earth Silkworm ore. Well, not only did I get a reward, but I also told you how to repair this inner armor, but this Earth Silkworm ore is a bit difficult to deal with. Su Chen frowned slightly. Earthworm ore is very scarce, and every time it appears, it will be madly fought over by major forces. It seems that it can't be repaired for the time being. Su Chen shook his head. Then he picked up the 5 secret books on the table. Discover, Remnant Dream Heart Sutra, to reward 1 orange lottery card. Discover, Red Sun Heavenly Gang Sutra, to reward 1 orange lottery card. Discover, Scorching Sun Divine Art. All of a sudden, Su Chen got 5 more orange lottery cards. Suddenly, he had 6 orange lottery cards on him. What a harvest day! Su Chen's face showed a happy look. You will go to Nanguang family with me later, sort out the treasures of Nanguang family, and deal with them if you can, Su Chen said to Zhuang Zuanji. He was going to the Nanguang family treasury and library to collect a lot of lottery cards. Yes, Zhuang Zuanji's face also showed joy when she heard Su Chen's words. Last night, she got the news that Nanguang family was massacred, and her face was a little unbelievable. Nanguang family, one of the 4 major families in Jiangnan, was destroyed just like that. This is totally unbelievable. But it is the truth. The two walked out of the house and got on the black and white carriage. In the tea house of Jinling City, everyone was talking about the Nanguang family and the Qinglong Society. This is big news. This Qinglong Society is really too fierce. Nanguang family was destroyed by them. The Nanguang family was furious last night. Qinglong Society is a bit brutal. They actually broke into Nanguang family and destroyed them. This is too crazy. What brutality? I heard that it was the Nanguang family that first attacked the young leader of Qinglong Society. The Nanguang family joined forces with Kanmen, Baiyan, and the Red Sun Palace to attack the Zhuang family manor. I didn't expect that the young leader of Qinglong Society would have a strong man and killed all the people who attacked him. After the Qinglong Society arrived, he led people to attack Nanguang family. The Nanguang family has been domineering for so many years, and now they have encountered a tough guy. Someone said so. There was endless discussion. Of course, it was only in the tea house and the restaurant. The pedestrians on the street did not pay attention to the Nanguang family and Qinglong Society. The changes in the martial arts world have nothing to do with those who make a living like them. The carriage moves forward. Jinling City is really prosperous. Su Chen sighed as he looked at the lively streets outside the window. Last night, the Nanguang family took action, and it was the whole family who provoked it. You know more about the whole family. If you have time, please organize a copy of the information about the whole family for me. They made me lose a trump card, Su Chen said in a deep voice. Yan Kuang to use the experience card. Although he destroyed the Nanguang family, he would definitely die without a loss. But he did not use it on his own initiative, but was forced to do so. Su Chen was still a little angry in his heart. So the whole family needs to be dealt with. The whole family can be called the first village in Jiangbei, so they must have extraordinary strength, and they also need to be investigated clearly. I have asked someone to organize it, and it will be delivered to the hands of Xiaolong Xiao later, Zhuang Zuanji said hurriedly. Su Chen nodded. Let the curtains go down. Then he drew out the 6 orange lottery cards he had obtained earlier. After all, when he went to the Nanguang family, he would definitely get a large number of lottery cards. The Nanguang family is an ancient family with extraordinary heritage. Obtain 5 bottles of red sun pill, 30 pills bottle. Obtain 5 gin of earth silkworm concentrate. Obtain the character Huangfu Changhan. Obtain the character Jia Hongxin. Obtain the character Bailey Kui. Obtain the character Jianzhen. Looking at the 4 people who appeared behind, Su Chen's brows were slightly stunned. They were all characters in the magic sword life and death chess, and they were all masters. Are they going to gather all the 10 messengers of Guan Yushan? Su Chen thought to himself. Huangfu Chang'an, the eldest disciple of Xianji sect, studied under Xianji, and has a unique skill, 1,000-mile whip thunder. He practiced hard for 30 years just to kill Russian. If his weakness had not been revealed and he had not cultivated into the dreamlike Russian, he would not be Huangfu Chang'an's opponent. His strength is at the level of Danshan Huai Wine Immortal, Xia Oiolang's master, comparable to Hua Tuo and Zai Shi, collectively known as the 3 heroes of the wind and dust. He is crazy about martial arts, and practices the powerful Overlord Fist. His strength is about the same as Helianba. Drinking Overlord wine can improve his own strength, but he died unlucky, killed by Ren Kaiangxing's one sword across the world. His strength is at the level of Danshan Transformation Si Bai Li Chor, Shaolin Abbot, known as the Bow of All Evil, unique skills, Wild Wind Falling Leaves Palm, Heaven's Will 4 symbols Ju, Wind God Wrath, single-handedly took down 3 halls, 6 gates, and 12 rudders of the Sea Shark Palace, fought with Helianba for 3 days and 3 nights, both sides were injured, and later he was severely injured by Helianba's distraction palm to save Yan Zhangfang and died. His strength is at the level of Danshan Transformation Sea Sword Master, the Lord of the Sword Forging City, one of the 3 overlords of the demon sword life and death. Not only is he good at forging swords, but his swordsmanship is even more extreme. He practices dragon riding slash, and his strength is concentrated in the sea. The strength of Sword Master is probably reaching the top level, but it's a pity that there is no broken mark. Su Chen sighed. With these people, Guan Yushan can expand further. After all, there are already 5 10-direction envoys under Guan Yushan, Dugu Wudi, Leng Hushan, Helianba, and Liao Rushan. Bai Tianyu, who left the capital with Leng Hushan before, also became one of the 10-direction envoys. Add the 4 people now. There is only one 10-direction envoy left. Almost complete. But Leng Hushan, Dugu Wudi, and Bai Tianyu are still a little weak. Su Chen shook his head and said. When shaking his head, he suddenly thought of the character Chu Xiangyu, the king of extinction, who he got yesterday. Thinking of incorporating Chu Xiangyu, the king of extinction, into the 10-direction envoy system. In this way, the quota of 10-direction envoys in Xianaya Pavilion is full. Guan Yushan broke through the layers, exterminating Wang Chu Xiangyu and Jianzhen, 2 sea-focused masters, plus Ru Shen and others, as well as the masters of the World Alliance that were previously subdued. It can be said that after gathering all the envoys from all 10 directions, Guan Yushan's strength is very strong. The martial arts world is in turmoil now, so let's make it even more chaotic. Chapter 732 Dugu Wiwo, Guan Yushan's first meeting. Nanguang family. When Su Chen and Zhuang Zuanji entered the hall of the manor, Li Zhenhuan, Wei Zhuang and others were in the hall. Young Dragon Chief, the Nanguang family branch in Cheng outside Jinling City. When our people arrived today, the Nanguang family branch there was all killed, and the bones have been completely eliminated with corpse powder, leaving no trace, Wei Zhuang said after seeing Su Chen. Someone has taken action against the Nanguang family branch. In addition to Zhencheng, are there any movements in other places in Jiangnan? Not yet, but after this news spreads, I am afraid that the Nanguang family branch will be surrounded and killed. I, King Longhu, may not need to send many people to cause these branches of the Nanguang family to disappear, Wei Zhuang said. How are the remnants of the 2 major forces, Bayan and Kanmeng, doing now? When I entered Jinling City, I sent people to Kanmeng and Bayan. The 2 families joined forces to withdraw from the black market and leave Jinling City. According to the intelligence, they are looking for a foothold. Once the foothold is stable, We will take action here to purge a group of people and take the others into our Qinglong Club, Jiangnan Division, Wei Zhuang said. Previously, Wenshan was destroyed, and Qinglong Club did not gain much. But this time Wei Zhuang wants to take down Baiyan and Kanmen, so that Qinglong Club will be the real #1 killer force in Jiangnan. Except for this matter, the person of Nanguang family in the black market, named Nanguang Wangshan, whose strength is in the sea, has withdrawn, and when he withdrew, he said that he was willing to give out a quota to enter Xianmen and the protection of Nanguang family on Xianmen for 10 years as a condition, and ask some old antiques in the black market to take action against me, Li Zunhun said softly. Do they have a way to contact the Nanguang family on Xianmen? Su Chen frowned slightly. Is there anyone in the black market willing to help? 2 people are interested, but they have to meet Nanguang Wangshan in 2 days. They need to see something before they can help, Li Zunhun said. Is that so? Then this time, we will eliminate the remnants of the Nanguang family. Outsiders don't know about Li Zunhun's strength. Su Chen is very clear that he can break Xianmen with one sword. Those old antiques in the black market who want to kill Li Zunhun are those who dare not step into Xianmen, or those who have failed to step into Xianmen. Even if these people burst out with all their strength, they will only be killed. What do you think of Bai Zuanming? Bai Zuanming is the current ruler of the black market. If Li Zunhun wants to get these, he must get them from Bai Zuanming. This person is very sensible, but he is also a profit-seeking person. He wants half of the Nanguang family's share in the black market. He will hold a black market meeting in 3 days to discuss whether our Qinglong Club will take over the Nanguang family's share in the black market, Li Zunhun said. It is unlikely that people in the black market have no desires, but how is the investigation of Bai Zuanming's identity going? Su Chen sat aside and said. This person's origin is a bit mysterious, and the information we have obtained is a bit little, Li Zunhun said in a deep voice. The black market in Jinling City is a huge interest group. We, Qinglong Club, must go deep into it. Su Chen said in a deep voice. Only after going deep into the rivers and lakes did Su Chen know that the rivers and lakes of the Great Zhou dynasty were not simple. The information they had now was still a bit little. After talking with Li Zunhun and the others for a while, they left. We must explore the library and treasure house of the Nanguang family in the shortest time. At this time, in a secret room in Jinling City, Du Yusei was sitting cross-legged with dull eyes. Behind him, Lan Pizhi, the new palace master of the Paradise Palace, put his hands on his back. A strong internal force burst out from her palm. Swish! Swish! Under this energy, 5 silver needles flew out from Du Yusei's head. Du Yusei screamed. Then he fell to the ground. Nangang Chu Shui is really cruel. She actually wanted to control Setter. Fortunately, the Qinglong Society killed you this time. Otherwise, I really wouldn't have discovered it. Lan Pizhi stood up with a look of relief on her face. After screaming, Du Yusei slowly opened his eyes. Nangang Chu Shui, I'm going to kill you. An angry roar came out of Du Yusei's mouth. You don't have to kill her. She has died in the hands of the Qinglong Society. You are lucky this time. If it weren't for the Qinglong Society killing Nanguang Chu Shui and causing you to fall into coma, I wouldn't have discovered that you were controlled. You stay in the secret room first and recover for a while, Lan Pizhi said. What? Nanguang Chu Shui is dead, and it was someone from the Qinglong Society who did it. How is that possible? Isn't it rumored that Nanguang Chu Shui had contact with a young leader of the Qinglong Society? Could it be that she wanted to control Su Chen, so she was killed? Du Yusei said puzzledly. The Nanguang family wants too much? They joined forces with several forces to attack the Zhuang family's manor. They probably want to kill Su Chen and take over the Zhuang family's bank, but I didn't expect that Su Chen had the power to kill all the people who came, and mobilized the people from the Qinglong Society to attack the Nanguang family. Now the Nanguang family has been eliminated from the world. He saved your life. Su Chen is a little more ruthless than you. He is ruthless and has no mercy on women. He is a tyrant. There is also news from the capital. The emperor's teacher was killed by the 3 swordsmen of the Qinglong Society. Emperor Wu Hao is the leader of the evil alliance. According to this situation, the people who came to get the reward silver should be Emperor Wu Hao's people. Your mother may have been killed by the people of the evil alliance. There are detailed information about the battle in the capital. You can find out. I'll go out to do business first. Lan Pizhi pointed to a stack of confidential reports on the table not far away. After speaking, He walked out of the secret room. Outside the secret room, there is a very ordinary courtyard. In the hall, two men in black were standing in the hall. Meet the palace master, cut off all business between Paradise Palace and Nangguang family, and help me make an appointment with Li Zunhuan, the second leader of Qinglong Society, and tell him that Palace can provide some information about Nangguang family. Nangguang family, you are too cruel, so I will not let you have a chance to turn over, Lan Pizhi said in a deep voice. Another place, Lingjiang area, Xiangxia City, in a simple courtyard outside the city. Du Guiwei's eyes narrowed slightly. Emperor Wu Hao, I didn't expect that I was calculated by you, but Evil Alliance suffered heavy losses this time, Du Guiwei murmured. He came to Xiangxia City before the full moon. But he wanted to wait until the full moon and the changes in the capital on the 15th day before going to see Guan Yushan. My lord, I just got the news that Qinglong Society destroyed Nangguang family. A man wearing a bamboo hat walked into the courtyard and handed a secret letter to Du Guiwei. Du Guiwei's expression changed and he opened the secret letter. It is really surprising that Su Chen, the young leader of the Qinglong Society, has a strong man from Xianmen coming to him. It seems that the power behind the Qinglong Society may come from Xianmen, Du Guiwei said in a deep voice. Suddenly, he looked outside the courtyard with a sharp look. General Wang, Du Guiwei, you came to my Xiangxia City. I am really sorry for not welcoming you, a clear and bright voice sounded outside the courtyard. Chapter 733, Fighting, Ambition, and Distribution of Benefits. Creaking, the courtyard door opened. A figure stepped in. It was Guan Yushan, the general envoy of Xianaya Pavilion who is now in charge of Xiangxia City. I didn't expect that General Guan would take charge of Xiangxia City and Lingjiang area in such a short time. I really admire him. Du Guiwei saw Guan Yushan, and his previous sharp eyes disappeared. Why did the General King come to my Xiangxia City? Guan Yushan looked at Du Guiwei and said. I came to Xiangxia City, of course, to see General Guan. Could it be that General Guan doesn't welcome me? Du Guiwei said. I don't think there's any intersection between me and the General King. Guan Yushan looked at Du Guiwei and said. Du Guiwei had a strong aura and a sharp edge. I believe that General Guan knows my North-South Canal plan. Now Lingjiang area is your territory, General Guan. We can cooperate, now that we are in troubled times, General Guan. If we cooperate, it will be mutually beneficial, Du Guiwei said. It's mutually beneficial. I wonder how much I can get, Guan Yushan said. Guan Yushan was still very interested in the plan Du Guiwei had told him. He now wanted to know how much Du Guiwei could get. You can give General Guan 30% of the benefits, Du Guiwei said. I don't know how much you, the great general, can get. This matter was planned by my General Wang mansion. My palace takes 50% of the benefits, and the other 20% of the benefits are given to some forces along the way, Du Guiwei said. I want 50% of the benefits, Guan Yushan said. Hearing Guan Yushan's words, Du Guiwei's eyes narrowed slightly. General Guan, you have a big appetite. When Du Guiwei spoke, his aura began to change. Guan Yushan wanted 50% of the benefits. How could this be possible? He had no intention of negotiating at all. It's not because of a big appetite, but because I, Guan Yushan, have this ability. It is rumored that General Wang was one of the top fighters in the military of the Great Zhou dynasty. I really want to test General Wang's strength, Guan Yushan looked at Du Guiwei and said. Du Guiwei looked at Guan Yushan with eyes like a blade. I also want to see your strength, General Guan. When Du Guiwei spoke, a terrifying aura surged in his body, and an amazing true energy spread around. The simple walls around the courtyard collapsed under this true energy. A piece of open space was formed around. The true energy in the air was like a wave, forming ripples and suppressing Guan Yushan. Seeing the breath bursting out of Du Guiwei, a fierce light burst out in Guan Yushan's eyes. Guan Yushan was in charge of the Supreme Alliance in his previous life. His methods and martial arts were extraordinary. In addition to the help of Helian Bai and Liao Rushan, he had already controlled the Lingjiang area. Earlier, Su Chen sent news that Du Guiwei came to the Lingjiang area, and he began to send people to investigate. As soon as Du Guiwei entered the Lingjiang area, he already knew his whereabouts. It was just that Guan Yushan was also paying attention to the battle on the 15th day of the full moon, so he didn't come to see Du Guiwei. Now that the battle is over, Guan Yushan came to see Du Guiwei in person. The airwave-like energy was blocked by a force before it approached Guan Yushin. Seeing his own airwave being blocked by Guan Yushin, Du Guiwei's eyes condensed slightly. General Wang. This kind of momentum suppression is useless to me. Come on, let me see your real means. Guan Yushin looked at Du Guiwei and said. His eyes also became sharp. When Guan Yushin's voice fell, Du Guiwei took a step forward. Boom. A terrifying true energy wave, like a mountain, pressed towards Guan Yushin. Divine power, Xian Ba Tuling. Du Guiwei directly used his divine power at this moment. A terrifying shadow appeared behind him. As soon as the shadow appeared, the world became dim, and the light in the shadow's palms surged and condensed, finally forming a black spear dozens of feet long. The spear was directly facing Guan Yushin. At this moment, all the surrounding energy poured into the spear. Guan Yushin's eyes condensed, and he felt a pressure from the opponent's spear. Divine power, heavenly dragon divine power. Guan Yushin also displayed his own divine power. This divine power was condensed based on his mighty dragon palm. The sky dragon itself is a symbol of power, and it also foreshadows Guan Yushin's desire to dominate. The golden dragon shadow that appeared behind him roared. The dragon's might shook the sky. Dragon-shaped divine power, General Guan, you have great ambitions. Seeing the divine power behind Guan Yushin, Du Guiwei said coldly. Since we have come to the martial arts world, there is no need to hide our ambitions. General Wang, you violated the order of Emperor Zhou and offered a reward to Emperor Wu Hao to go to the South China Sea area. Isn't that also ambitious, now that an imperial teacher of the Great Zhou has fallen and the Emperor of the Great Zhou has been seriously injured? The martial arts world is in turmoil. Why should we worry so much? Guan Yushin said. General Envoy, you are just a general envoy of the 10 directions of Xian'ai Pavilion. Are the southeast, northwest pavilions of Xian'ai Pavilion all here? Du Guiwei looked at Guan Yushin. The two are now testing each other and want to know something from each other? It doesn't hurt to tell you. The southeast, northwest pavilion has nothing to do with my 10 directions envoys. I, Guan Yushin, will go one step further and surpass them. Let's not talk nonsense. The mighty dragon palm, Guan Yushin was speaking. His palm slapped suddenly. Suddenly, the golden dragon shadow that appeared raised its dragon claws, and a golden dragon claw that almost penetrated the surrounding heaven and earth tore through the air and went towards Du Guiwei. Boom. The air between heaven and earth was stirred by this might. Heavenly spear, Du Guiwei's eyes condensed, and he struck out. The huge spear went towards the terrifying claw. Boom. The two forces collided with each other. At the moment of collision, the brilliant and violent true energy went to the surroundings, and the surrounding air seemed to be swept away. Boom. At this moment, the two rushed out at the same time, their palms collided, and then separated, and continued to fight. On one hand, the golden dragon shadow continued to rush out, and on the other hand, the black fist shadow enveloped. Bang! 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 After a fight, the two staggered. Each stood in a place. It seems that General Guan has taken that step. It's really unexpected. Du Guiwei looked at Guan Yushin and said. General Wang, you are the same, no wonder you have an idea. Guan Yushin looked at the other party in the same way, with a sharp look in his eyes. He had the idea of using the broken power in his body to fight with the other party. General Guan, it is unwise to use that kind of power. It will not be a good result for both of us. Since General Guan has such strength, then we can change the way of cooperation, we can control all the forces along the way. In this way, we will share the benefits 50-50, Du Guiwei said. Hearing Du Guiwei's words, Guan Yushin pondered for a moment and restrained his breath. Then I will follow what you said, General Wang, and I will eliminate half of the forces along the way, but I really want to fight with you, General Wang, with all my strength once, Guan Yushin said, and turned to leave. After Guan Yushin left, the surrounding atmosphere became calm. When Du Guiwei and the others fought, the man in the bamboo hat who retreated appeared in front of Du Guiwei. My lord, this Guan Yushin, Xian'ai Pavilion should have a background above Xianmen. This Guan Yushin is very ambitious. It is beneficial for us to cooperate with him. While speaking, Du Guiwei took a step back. Chapter 734, Heavenly Star Sephora Japonica, Murin Fu gathers his divine power, the Big Dipper. My lord, you, seeing this, the man's expression slightly condensed. Du Guiwei moved his feet, indicating that he was slightly weaker than Guan Yushin just now. This Guan Yushin's divine power is very domineering. Let's leave Lingjiang today and return to the South China Sea, Du Guiwei said in a deep voice. Although he was weaker just now, if we fight to the death, it is still uncertain who will win or lose. What's more, he has other means. My lord, let's go back now to the capital, the man in the bamboo hat said after hearing this. A nearly mature Xiangxing Sephora wood has appeared in Chuxing Island, outside the South China Sea. I will go back to arrange it first, and I can't let others get involved. What's more, the capital is now in chaos. There is no new order. I am still the master of the South China Sea. Who has any objection? Du Guiwei said. If it weren't for the Xiangxing Sephora wood appearing in Chuxing Island, he really didn't plan to return to the South China Sea immediately. Let's go. After saying that, the two of them left here quickly. After the two left, a figure appeared and walked out of the dark. Xiangxing Sephora Japonica wood, a treasure that can increase the power of the gods. It seems that the resources in the South China Sea cannot be underestimated. Although Du Guiwei is slightly inferior, the confidence on his face shows that he still has a trump card. The one who appeared was Liao Russian. He looked at the two people who left and frowned slightly. Then he turned and left quickly. Xiangsha City. Xian'an Pavilion, 10 Directions General Envoy Mansion. Yan Yinzhu is in the living room. Bu Yongxiao's death was related to Du Guiwei. She really hoped that Guan Yushin could kill Du Guiwei. Guan Yushin and Bu Yongxiao have many similarities, domineering, arrogant, and self-centered. But there are some differences. Guan Yushin is more ruthless than Bu Yongxiao, and everything is for his own benefit. Those who are enemies with him or dare to disobey his orders, no matter who you are, will be killed. Although she has handed over the matter of undercurrent sand to Guan Yushin did not hide the fact that Du Guiwei appeared in Xiangsha City. And today Guan Yushin went to see Du Guiwei. She wanted to know the result of the meeting between the two. While she was waiting anxiously, Guan Yushin stepped into the living room. Greetings, General Envoy. Yan Yinzhu stepped forward and saluted. Don't bother looking for Du Gu to avenge me. I have already formed an alliance with Du Gu for me and I have half of the benefits. Of course, even if you want revenge, you have no chance. Although your strength has reached the level of C concentration, your C concentration is too weak and you can only be crushed. Perhaps assassination is a good way. But you may not be able to get close to the other party. Now I am cooperating with the other party. I want to use the other party to improve my status in Xian'an Pavilion, so you temporarily give up revenge. Guan Yushin sat on the main seat and looked at Yan Yinzhu. Guan Yushin was still very optimistic about Yan Yinzhu. If it weren't for Yan Yinzhu's help, Guan Yushin and the other three would not be able to take over the entire Lingjiang area in such a short time. So Guan Yushin temporarily trusted Yan Yinzhu. Hearing Guan Yushin's words, Yan Yinzhu's expression was a little gloomy. But she immediately adjusted her mentality. Everything is subject to the arrangements of the General Envoy, Yan Yinzhu said. But she was also surprised in her heart. Because Guan Yushin wanted to improve his status in Xian'an Pavilion. If so, Xian'an Pavilion is a bit terrifying. The 4 major pavilions in the southeast, northwest, plus the 10-direction General Envoy, this is not the peak of power. This shows that Xian'an Pavilion is very large. If so, she will have a chance to take revenge. You go down first. After a few days, all the 10-direction envoys under my command will gather together. After gathering, we will move the forces around the north and south canals, Guan Yushin said. Yan Yinzhu nodded, bowed and left the hall. After she left, Liao Russian walked in from outside. General Envoy, Du Gu has returned to the South China Sea for me. I overheard their conversation. The Xiangxing Sephora wood appeared in the Chuxing Island in the South China Sea. This Xiangxing Sephora wood can help increase the power of the gods and help me. I want to go to the South China Sea, Liao Russian said. His current divine power can only be used once a month, which is too passive. He must quickly integrate himself with the divine power and enter the level of concentration in the sea. Okay, it's just right for you to secretly understand the situation in the South China Sea, Guan Yushin said after thinking. Now he is cooperating with Du Guiwei, but he doesn't know the current situation in the South China Sea, so Liao Russian can also go to the South China Sea to investigate. Wait a few days before going. Jianzhen and others are on the way. You and Jianzhen will go together, Guan Yushin said. Du Guiwei's strength is not ordinary, Not to mention that there are many islands outside the South China Sea, and there are many strong people among them. They were forced to leave by Emperor Zhou, so we must be cautious. It is more appropriate to let Jianzun go with Liao Rushan. Jianzun, Liao Rushan's expression was slightly startled. All the messengers from the 10 directions have gathered. Guan Yushin didn't say much, but Liao Rushan showed a happy look on his face. If the messengers from the 10 directions gather, then some of the shortcomings that occurred during the previous cooperation with Tuguiwei will no longer exist. At this time, in the secret room of Muringfu's mansion in the capital, I have absorbed all the power of the power transmission. Today I must concentrate my mind and step into the sea to concentrate my mind. Muringfu's eyes flashed with a determined light. He had completely absorbed the power of his father Murinbo. What he had to do now was to use what he had learned to comprehend his own divine power. The power of concentrating in the sea would give him some confidence. The most famous of his skills was Dao's Huanxing Yi. He planned to comprehend his own divine power based on the Dao's Huanxing Yi skill. His mind settled down. He began to operate the Dao's Huanxing Yi technique. As the skill was operated, a stream of air appeared around Muringfu, and at this time the true energy in his body condensed in his danshan. The condensation of divine power. Many people are based on their own skills. Muringfu practiced the Dao's Huanxing Yi skill, and with the infusion of Muringbo's skills, the Dao's Huanxing Yi skill in his danshan kept running. As time went by, a force appeared on Muringfu's body. This force continued to condense, and a star-like energy appeared in this force. As the star energy appeared, a star slowly emerged, but it was a little dim and not bright. Under this star, there were 6 stars whose shadows could only be seen. The divine power that Muringfu was preparing to condense was the Big Dipper. The 7 stars were in motion, and the power of giving back to the opponent in his own way was transformed into several times the power through the motion of the Big Dipper and rebounded to the opponent. This divine power condensation was not an ordinary divine power. Muringfu had become cautious now, so he only condensed one in his divine power first. Then he continued to improve his divine power and finally formed the Big Dipper divine power. He believed that his divine power must be extremely powerful. He concentrated all his energy on the first dim star. He wanted to light up the first star. As long as the first star was lit, his divine power foundation would be completed, and he would also step into the level of concentration in the sea. At this moment, his energy and spirit continued to embellish the star. As time passed, a glimmer of light began to appear on the dim star. Boom! When the light appeared, a divine force appeared on Muringfu's body. Suddenly, the entire secret room was filled with a heavy pressure. The stone bed he was sitting on instantly cracked. Muringfu then opened his eyes, and light flashed in his eyes. Successful, I stepped into the sea to concentrate. What I have to do next is to cultivate the divine force and light up the other 6. When the time comes, I can step into the top sea to concentrate. Muring's eyes revealed joy. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 735, Turtle in the Jar, all captured. Su Chen searched the treasury and library of the Nanguang family in Jiangnan in one day. He gained a lot. Some special skills and treasures were found by Su Chen and placed in his space ring. The others were handed over to the Qinglong Club and Zhuangzuanji. He gained a lot this time. He got 20 orange lottery cards and 3 blue lottery cards. Some lottery cards that made Su Chen depressed still could not be promoted. Young Dragon Head, how to deal with the Nanguang family's manor? Should it be changed into Su Mansion? Zhuangzuanji looked at Su Chen and said. This manor is good, but after all, it is where the Nanguang family lives. There may be some secret passages there, which is also a threat to themselves. Just sell it directly, Su Chen said. Okay, Zhuangzuanji nodded. Are the second dragon heads in the living room? Su Chen asked later. The second dragon head is meeting the new palace master of Paradise Palace, Lan Pizi. It seems to be about a Nanguang family, Zhuangzuanji said. Nanguang family, this Paradise Palace, had previously cooperated with Nanguang family. Now that Nanguang family has been destroyed, they came here. Su Chen frowned slightly. But he did not go to the hall. He waited for Lan Pizi to leave before meeting Li Zunhun and the others. In the hall of Nanguang family, Lan Pizhi sat opposite Li Zunhuan, sensing the aura of Li Zunhuan, and her heart sank. She could not sense the aura of Li Zunhuan at all. As for Ah Fei standing behind Li Zunhuan, the sword energy on his body was sharp, and there was a sharp feeling of piercing everything with one sword. When Lan Pizhi sensed Li Zunhuan's aura, Li Zunhuan was also sensing the aura of the other party, the strength of the sea of concentration, and there was a wind in his body. The perception of the divine power should be related to the wind. I am Lan Pizhi, and I have met the second dragon head. It is an honor to meet you, Palace Master Lan, for the first time. Please have some tea. Li Zunhuan waved his hand. Lan Pizhi took a sip of tea, then put it down and said, I came here mainly to cooperate with the second dragon chief this time. Cooperate with us? We, Qinglong Society, don't seem to have anything to cooperate with you, Jile Palace, for the time being. Li Zunhuan frowned slightly. The Jili powder of Jili Palace, this kind of addictive stuff, they, Qinglong Society, don't touch, and they don't care. Hearing Li Zunhuan's words, Lan Pizhi's heart moved slightly. There is no cooperation for the time being, but there will be in the future. As a token of sincerity, we, Jile Palace, can provide the whereabouts of Nanguang Wangshan, the former garrison of the Nanguang family in the black market. This is where he is now. Lan Pizhi stood up and handed a secret letter to Li Zunhuan. Li Zunhuan's eyes moved slightly. He opened the secret letter and read it. Thank you, Palace Master Lan, Li Zunhuan thanked. He didn't expect that the other party actually found out the whereabouts of Nanguang Wangshan, of the Nanguang family. Actually, I have to thank the Qinglong Society, this time. My disciple was controlled by Nanguang Qiushu. If it weren't for the Qinglong Society, to eliminate Nanguang Qiushu, I wouldn't have known that my disciple was controlled by someone, so this is the retribution that their Nanguang family deserves, Lan Pizhi said. Nanguang Qiushu, hearing this, Li Zunhuan's expression paused slightly, but then he seemed very calm. He had met women with hearts as poisonous as scorpions. Of course, Li Zunhuan knew a little about the details of Jili Palace. Behind this, Jili Palace, the forces and people involved are not ordinary, so you need to be careful. For the time being, the other party has no intention of being an enemy, so they can live in peace. Second Dragon Chief, I hope we can cooperate in the future. I won't disturb you to deal with things. Lan Pizhi saluted Li Zunhuan. Fei, see the guests off, Li Zunhuan said to Fei. Please. Fei sent Lan Pizhi out of the living room. After a while, Chen and Fei stepped into the courtyard together. Li Zunhuan simply repeated what he had just said to Lan Pizhi. I didn't expect Nanguang Qiushu to be so cruel. It turned out that it was right to kill them. If we let these women escape, it might cause us a little trouble. Nanguang Wangshan's whereabouts are already known. What are the plans of the second dragon chief? Li Zunhuan was now in charge of dealing with the Nanguang family, and he did not intend to participate. The black market is operating normally. When the time comes, we will kill Nanguang Wangshan or the people invited by Nanguang Wangshan in the black market to deter the black market strongmen. This will also make it easier for me, King Longhu, to become one of the masters of the black market. As for the other remnants of the Nanguang family, Fei and Wei Zhuang will deal with them, Li Zunhuan said. The last time he took action in the black market, he killed the leader of Wuxian with one blow, but he did not form an absolute deterrent. Now he has to show his absolute strength, so that people in the black market can really fear them, King Longhu. While they were talking, Wei Zhuang walked in from outside the hall. The elders and deputy leaders of Kan Meng and Baiyan will meet outside the city. It's time for us to take action. A deep chill flashed in Wei Zhuang's eyes. Since we have found them, there is no need to keep them. We must wipe them out as soon as possible, Chen said coldly. This is where Nanguang Wangshan is. Send someone to investigate and determine how many remnants of the Nanguang family there are. Make arrangements to kill these people while killing Nanguang Wangshan. Li Zunhuan handed the address that Lan Pizhi had just given to Wei Zhuang. I will arrange someone, Wei Zhuang nodded. Night fell. Outside the city, there was a small manor in a dense forest. In the manor, people from Kanhui and Baiyan gathered here. The people from King Longhu did not take action against us. Do you think they have given up? One of the elders of Baiyan spoke up. Give up. Qinglong Society is only dealing with the Nanguang family's affairs now. After the Nanguang family's affairs are dealt with, they may attack us, So I think we should leave Jinling City as soon as possible, a slightly fat man wearing a brocade robe next to him said. Fatty Guo, I didn't expect that after so many years of career as a killer, you are still so afraid of death. Seeing this, the man who spoke earlier looked at the slightly fat man with cold eyes and said, of course I am afraid of death. If you, Brother Yang, are not afraid of death, you can avenge the leader. As long as you kill Su Chen, the position of leader will be yours. Fatty Guo glanced at the other party and said coldly. Hearing this, the face of the man surnamed Yang who spoke became gloomy. This revenge must be avenged. But at this time, seeking revenge for Su Chen is nothing more than sending oneself to death. You two, now we must unite, otherwise, we, Kanmen, and you, Bian, will withdraw from the circle of Jiangnan martial arts. At this time, Suo, the deputy leader of Kanmen, spoke. Deputy Chief Suo, you are right. We need to work together and come up with a solution. We don't need to fight the Qinglong Society head-on for the time being. I suggest that we form an alliance today and elect a leader. After we deal with the Qinglong Society, we will disband. An old man in brocade clothes in the other shore said. Yes, let's form an alliance today and elect a leader. For a while, the hall seemed a little lively. Suo looked at this situation, and a hint of joy flashed in the depths of his eyes. He has bribed some elders of the other shore. He can take the position of leader today. Kanmen, and the other shore, only lost their leaders, but other aspects were not affected much. Whoever becomes the leader of the alliance will have more momentum than Kanmen, and the other shore, before. I didn't expect you didn't leave and still formed an alliance here. If you leave, it will take some time to kill you, but you gathered together, and now you can only be a turtle in a jar. A low voice sounded outside the hall. Wei Zhuang stepped out from the front. Chapter 736 The sword is faster than your palm, so you die. Seeing Wei Zhuang coming in, the faces of more than a dozen people in the hall darkened. They looked at the door. At the door, all the black-clothed men who were guarding the door were killed by a knife. There are two people in the Qinglong Club who use flying knives. One is Zhao Siwu, an ordinary Shinran Jiunan warrior. The other is Li Zunhuan, the second dragon leader. They are not afraid of Zhao Siwu, but they are afraid of Li Zunhuan. They looked behind Wei Zhuang to see who made the move. When they saw Zhao Siwu, their expressions were obviously relaxed. Seventh dragon leader Wei Zhuang, I didn't expect you to find this place. Since you are here, let's talk, that Suo said. Suo, the deputy leader of Kanmen, it seems that you regard yourself as the leader of both sides. Are you going to fight against my Qinglong Club? Wei Zhuang looked at Suo with cold eyes. I'm not against Qinglong Club. I just hope that our feud with Qinglong Club will end here, and both sides will not interfere with each other in the future. How about it? Suo looked at Wei Zhuang and said. Mind your own business? You, Kanmen, and Bian, attacked us first. If everyone is like you, and doesn't interfere with each other after attacking, how can my Qinglong Club gain a foothold in the Jiangnan area? Wei Zhuang looked at Suo coldly. Wei Zhuang, you want to fight us to the death? Suo's eyes became gloomy. Now the strength gathered here is not bad. 4 sea concentrated masters, 4 Danshan transforming sea masters. With such strength, he believes that he is not afraid of Wei Zhuang and his men. Because in the past 2 days, they have investigated what happened between the Nanguang family and the Zhuang family. It was because the young dragon head of the Qinglong Club exerted the power of the body. Whoever kills Wei Zhuang today will be the leader of the alliance between the two sides. At this time, a person in the hall spoke. This person has a burly body, wearing a black robe and holding a long knife in his hand. He just spoke, and a terrifying knife aura emanated from his body. It was one of the 4 sea concentrated masters. Suo frowned slightly when he heard the voice, but his eyes flickered, and he thought to himself, Liu Chu, then let you test the Qinglong Society first. Qinglong Society dares to come at this time. It is impossible for them to come to Weizhuang alone. Boom. The big man who spoke jumped and landed in front of Wei Zhuang. Other shore, Liu Chu experienced the strength of the 7 dragon heads of Qinglong Society. The longsword in his hand was raised. At the moment when the long sword in the opponent's hand was raised, a terrible sword intent burst out from the opponent. This truth was sharp and overbearing. The surrounding air began to make crackling sounds under the permeation of this sword intent. Wei Zhuang's eyes condensed and the long sword in his hand was raised. A sword intent burst out from him. The sword intent soared to the sky, divine power, heaven cuts back to 1. When the sword intent on Wei Zhuang burst out, Liu Chuwu directly used the divine power, and the divine power condensed into a long sword, and raised it like the long sword in his hand. Divine power, sword against vertical and horizontal. Wei Zhuang practiced Gigu swordsmanship, so he condensed his own divine power according to his own nature. A black sword shadow appeared in the divine power. And the sword energy on the sword shadow did not burst out, but it absorbed all the surrounding sword energy like a black hole. Sensing Wei Zhuang's divine power, Liu Chuwu's expression changed slightly, and the long sword in his hand slashed out. The sword shadow roared out, overwhelming the mountains and seas, and cut the world with one sword. Liu Chuwu's sword is very strong. Looking at this situation, SYNOPSIS' eyes condensed. Looking at Wei Zhuang also made a move, slashing out with a long sword, and a black hole-like sword shadow fell down. Boom! The two forces collided, and the power of the divine power disappeared for a while. The two figures collided with each other. Wei Zhuang's sword was as fast as a meteor, and Liu Chuwu's sword was changing in all directions. For a while, the sword light and sword shadow flowed, and it was impossible to tell who won or lost. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the hall. The figure, with ordinary robes, held an unsheathed longsword in his hand. Everyone looked at him, but when everyone looked at him, the figure suddenly moved and appeared in front of a concentrated strong man. The man's expression changed, and he slapped his palm, but the sword flashed, and a long sword pierced his heart. You're a little slow. If a killer is slow, he will lose his life. Ah Fei, who drew back his long sword, looked at everyone. Who are you? SYNOPSIS looked at Ah Fei with cold eyes. There was no information about this person in his information. Ah Fei from the Qinglong Society. As soon as the voice fell, the longsword in his hand struck out again. Not far from him, a man's neck was cut instantly, and he covered his neck and looked at Ah Fei with horror. He didn't even see him draw his sword. Too fast. In an instant, the remaining group of people quickly gathered behind SYNOPSIS and another concentrated strong man. The other party killed one person while he was talking. The sword was not visible yet, which was a bit too terrifying. SYNOPSIS and the other person looked at each other. They nodded at the same time. Kill. Divine power, heavenly thunder, divine power, exploding earth. The two of them instantly displayed their divine power. A thunderous and heavy force enveloped Ah Fei at the same time. Heavenly thunder, a desolate fist, exploding earth fist. The two of them moved and attacked Ah Fei at the same time. The heavenly thunder fist thundered, and the power of thunder and lightning exploded on the fist. SYNOPSIS' eyes were ferocious. He wanted to kill Ah Fei with one punch. But when his fist was about to fall, suddenly he felt that he was locked, and his eyes looked in a certain direction. Swish! At this time, a white light flashed. A flying knife penetrated time and space, penetrated the area covered by his divine power, and fell on his heart with a swish. The attacking figure suddenly stopped, and then fell to the ground. Looking at the flying knife on his chest, he was killed by a single blow, and his face was full of unwillingness. He secretly hated Li Zunhun for the sneak attack. He had been on guard against Li Zunhun, but Li Zunhun did not show up, so his guard dropped. If he had not let down his guard, he thought he could definitely dodge this attack. On the other side, the man who had made the attack was startled, but the strength of his punch did not change. The earth key surged out, covering Ah Fei like yellow sand. The dust was so thick that it was impossible to see his figure clearly for a while. In the wind and sand, Ah Fei's eyes were slightly fixed. His mind was silent. Suddenly, a cold light flashed in his eyes. He instantly used the unsheathed longsword in his hand. Swish! The long sword pierced the yellow sand. Appeared in one place. Suddenly, the yellow sand stopped, and a figure appeared in front of Ah Fei. When the raised palm approached Ah Fei, the palm fell. Your mind and vision should have been affected. Why can you still find me? The man looked at Ah Fei and said. If you want to kill me, you have to get close to me. If you attack, I will know your position, and my sword is faster than your palm, so you die. Ah Fei calmly drew back his sword. Is that so? After saying that, he fell to the ground. For a moment, the four seamen were focused, and only the black-clothed man who fought with Wei Zhuang was left. I am willing to join the Qinglong Society. At this time, one person looked at Ah Fei and was willing to join the Qinglong Society. Chapter 737, Collect, Remnant Dream, Other Shore, Grave of the Dead, White Bone Master appears. We are willing to. Seeing this, the other people in the hall also spoke up quickly. Boom. At this time, the black-clad Liu Chuwu separated from Wei Zhuang. Wei Zhuang did not attack again, but looked at the other party. You are very smart. It's not that I am smart, but that they are stupid. Since the Qinglong Society wants to deal with us, why would you, the 7th Dragon Chief, come alone? 7th Dragon Chief, I believe you have seen my strength. I am willing to be loyal to the 7th Dragon Chief and help the 7th Dragon Chief to gather all the bases of Kanmen and Baiyan in Jiangnan, Liu Chuiwu said. You have demonstrated your value. Within half a month, I want to see Kanmen and Baiyan all gathered under my Qinglong Society, Jiangnan region. If you can do it, you will live and become a helmsman of my Qinglong Society in Jiangnan region. If you can't do it, you will die. Wei Zhuang looked at Liu Chuiwu. 7th Dragon Chief, rest assured, your subordinates will definitely complete this matter within half a month. Liu Chuiwu accepted the order. Wei Zhuang nodded and turned to leave. Fei did not stay and left the hall. After Wei Zhuang and the others left, the atmosphere in the hall eased. Brother Liu, this Wei Zhuang actually only gave you a position as the helmsman. His strength is just like yours. A man in purple walked up to Liu Chuiwu and said. Swish. Just as he finished speaking, a knife light fell. The man who spoke was instantly cut in half by a knife, and blood spurted out. It's really too presumptuous to dare to talk about the 7 dragon heads like this. You should know that our lives in the future belong to the 7 dragon heads. If you want to live, don't be clever, Liu Chuwu said coldly. Regarding Wei Zhuang giving him a position as the helmsman of a branch helm, he thought differently from others. For any powerful force, sometimes strength is not the only thing. Fei's strength is definitely stronger than Wei Zhuang, but Wei Zhuang is the 7 dragon head. What does it mean? It means that Wei Zhuang has an identity in the Qinglong Society. So Wei Zhuang gave him a position as the helmsman. He was still grateful in his heart. In fact, he didn't know that this was mainly because the time when Wei Zhuang appeared was different from when Fei appeared. You are very good. At this time, a red figure appeared in the hall. It was Qilian. Wei Zhuang would not let the other party complete the task of reuniting, Remnant Dream, and the other shore, alone, so he sent Qilian to supervise Liu Chuiwu. Excuse me, young lady, Qilian, one of the 4 heavenly kings sitting under the leader, I will assist you in completing the follow-up matters of Remnant Dream, and the other shore, Qilian said. Although Wei Zhuang is now the 7 dragon leaders of Qinglong Society, Qilian still calls Wei Zhuang the leader. Meet Miss Qilian, Liu Chuwu saluted Qilian. At any time, you can't think too highly of yourself. If you think too highly, sometimes you will die quickly. Liu Chuwu just wanted to understand this, so he has never been in trouble. And this time he made the right bet. At this time, another secret base of the Nanguang family. In the secret room filled with blood, only Nanguang Wangshan and his son stood. Finally succeeded, Nanguang Wangshan looked at a red talisman in his hand, and his face showed excitement. After killing so many people, he finally succeeded in contacting the Nanguang family on the Shineman, and thus bestowed this bloody spell. Father, now there are only 2 of us left in the direct line of the Nanguang family. What should we do now? Nanguang Wu said beside him. Tomorrow I will take this spell to the black market to meet Bai Zuanming. If someone is willing to help, I will give it to him. If not, I will come back with this spell, and then the 2 of us will hide our identities, and wait for your strength to improve, and then send you to the Shineman, Nanguang Wangshan said. Father, aren't you afraid that they will take this spell but not take action? Nanguang Wu said. They don't have the courage. They take the spell just to enter the Shineman. After they reach the Shineman, the Nanguang family will know. If they know that they didn't kill anyone, they will be even more miserable, Nanguang Wangshan said. Boom. Boom. At this moment, suddenly, the secret room shook violently. Someone is coming. I'll go check it out. You hide in the secret room first. You can't leave the secret room without my message. If I don't come for a long time, you leave quickly through the secret passage, Nanguang Wangshan said and walked out of the secret room. Outside the secret room, there was a small courtyard. In the small courtyard, stood an old man wearing a gray robe and with a shriveled face. Seeing Nanguang Wangshan walking out of the courtyard, The shriveled old man smiled in his eyes. I didn't expect that you were really here, Nangguang Wangshan. I thought I had found the wrong person again. I am the White Bones Master of the Dead Man's Tomb. The shriveled old man introduced himself. Master White Bones of the Tomb of the Dead. Upon hearing this, Nangguang Wangshan's eyes condensed, and he looked at the other party and said, I wonder what Master White Bones wants to do with me. Nangguang Wangshan, of course, I want to cooperate with Brother Nangguang. The Zhuang family bank was previously favored by my Tomb of the Dead, and my people replaced Zhuang Mingfen as the head of the Zhuang family, but this Qinglong society suddenly intervened and killed my people. We have a common enemy. Master White Bones made his intention clear. It turns out that Zhuang Mingfen is fake. No wonder Zhuang Zuanji gave the Zhuang family bank to Su Chen. But Master White Bones, I wonder how we can cooperate. Nangguang Wangshan looked at Master White Bones and said, the Nangguang family is now destroyed, and they want to start again, so they need money. We also need money at the Tomb of the Dead, so we can reach a cooperation with someone. Our cooperation purposes are somewhat consistent. Master White Bones looked at Nangguang Wangshan and said, we are not in agreement on cooperation. I want to kill someone, the second leader of the Green Dragon Society. If you, Dead Man's Tomb, are willing to cooperate to kill the second leader of the Green Dragon Society, Li Zunhuan, I will cooperate with you, Nangguang Wangshan said. To kill the second leader of the Green Dragon Society, Li Zunhuan, his flying knife has reached the realm of perfection. To kill him, you must dodge his flying knife. I may not be able to dodge it, the White Bone Master said in a deep voice. If you can't dodge or block Li Zunhuan's flying knife, how can you get the banker's bank? Are you cooperating with me to use me as cannon fodder? Nangguang Wangshan said coldly. Brother Nangguang, don't be angry. You may not be able to dodge, but you can still block it. I brought one of my Dead Man's Tomb secret treasures, the Hunun Xiangang Pearl, the White Bone Master. It is said that if you circulate your ki, you can resist the attack of Xianmen, the Hunun Xiangang Pearl. Hearing this, Nangguang Wangshan's face was shocked. Yes, okay, we can cooperate. Tomorrow I will go to the black market to kill Li Zunhuan, and Master Baigu will come with me, Nangguang Wangshan said. Tomorrow we will go to the black market to kill Li Zunhuan. Even if we block his attack, we may not be able to kill him, Master Baigu said with a serious face. Someone will take action. I will give a place to enter Xianmen, and the Nangguang family will protect him for 10 years above Xianmen. Kill Li Zunhuan, Nangguang Wangshan said. What? Hearing this, Master Baigu was shocked. This price was really high. Brother Baigu, it is not convenient to talk in detail here. Let's go into the secret room first, Nangguang Wangshan said. The two then entered the hall and disappeared. In the dark, a figure looked at the disappearing figure and left quickly. Chapter 738, Kill the old demon with one sword, and break the gate of heaven with one sword. The next day, in the black market, Nangguang Wangshan and the White Bone Master, who was dressed in black and wearing a bamboo hat, came to Bai Zuanming's pavilion. Boss Bai Zhuan, I wonder how things are arranged. Nangguang Wangshan looked at Bai Zuanming and said. Bai Zuanming glanced at Nangguang Wangshan, and then his eyes fell on the White Bone Master wearing a bamboo hat. Nangguang Wangshan, the only one who promised to take action for you is Wuji Old Demon. You can go directly to Wuji Old Demon, Bai Zuanming said. He didn't want to get involved in the feud between the Nangguang family and the Qinglong society. Bai Zuanming, you don't want to get involved in our affairs with the Qinglong society, but why did you call the representatives of the black market to deprive my Nangguang family of their share? Nangguang Wangshan looked at Bai Zuanming and said. Your Nangguang family has been destroyed by the Qinglong society. According to the rules of the martial arts world, the Qinglong society is qualified to replace your Nangguang family's share in the black market. They proposed it, and I have no right to interfere, Bai Zuanming said. Hearing Bai Zuanming's words, Nangguang Wangshan's eyes flashed with a trace of haze. The black market share is also very important to the Nangguang family. He is unwilling to give it up if he can. Nangguang Wangshan, you can't hold it, don't cause trouble for the black market, Bai Zuanming said. Humph, Nangguang Wangshan snorted coldly, turned around and left with Master Baigu outside the pavilion. Master Baigu said in a deep voice, this Bai Zuanming is a bit unreliable. Do you think he has already approached the Qinglong society? He is a profit-seeking person. The Qinglong society should agree to give him some of my Nangguang family's share, otherwise, he would not be so anxious to open the black market representative meeting, Nangguang Wangshan said coldly. Then us, hearing this, Master Bagu's expression froze. It's okay. When I came to the black market, I asked the people from the black building to investigate the situation of the Green Dragon Society's base. Li Zunhun is in the Green Dragon Society's base. Once the Green Dragon Society makes any unusual moves, they will pass the news to us in time, Nanguang Wangshan said. Let's go to Wuji Old Demon first. It's almost the same as I guessed. In the end, he took action. After Nanguang Wangshan finished speaking, he headed towards the place where Wuji Old Demon was. In the Green Dragon Society's base, Su Chen and Li Zunhun were sitting in the living room. Wei Zhuang was not there. He went outside the city to kill the remnants of the Nanguang family. Nanguang Wangshan has met Bai Zuanming and is heading towards the place where Wuji Old Demon is. Fei walked out of the dark and said, Young Dragon Chief, big brother, I think we can move, Fei said. Okay, then let's go see that Wuji Old Demon. Li Zunhun and Su Chen stood up at the same time. They didn't want others to attack the Green Dragon Society's base. If it wasn't for the purpose of re-establishing authority in the black market, he would have attacked Nanguang Wangshan when he knew his whereabouts. The three of them walked out of the living room, and followed by Hebei Zuanjian, who had already prepared a carriage outside. The three of them got on the carriage. Hebei Zuanjian drove the carriage towards the location of Wuji Old Demon. Bai Zuanming's adixer, Li Zunhun, the second dragon leader of the Qinglong Society, has moved and is heading to the location of Wuji Old Demon. A man in black appeared in front of Bai Zuanming and reported, The Nanguang family has connections above Shinmen, so I didn't offend them. The Qinglong Society is now powerful and has connections above Shinmen, so I don't dare to offend them, so let them resolve their grievances themselves. I don't know if Wuji Old Demon will choose to take action in the end. Let's go and take a look. Bai Zuanming waved his hand. At this moment, some leaders of forces in the black market were also very interested in this and set off one after another. This means that in the future, the black market will be continued by the Nanguang family, or the Qinglong Society will replace it as a new member. At this time, outside the city, the former Nanguang family stronghold, Nanguang Wangshan's son in Nanguang Wu looked a little heavy. He always had a bad premonition in his heart. He didn't know whether this bad premonition was from himself or his father. The secret room was a little stuffy. After thinking for a moment, he walked out of the secret room. When he walked out of the secret room and entered the courtyard, a figure in white was standing in the courtyard. It was Xiao Siwu. Xiao Siwu looked at Nanguang Wu expressionlessly. Xiao Siwu, why are you here? Nanguang Wu looked at Xiao Siwu and his expression changed. Of course I came to kill you. I thought there would be some masters in this stronghold, but I didn't expect there wouldn't be any. Not only are there no masters, but there are no other people. I really want to know where those people went. I heard that after you brought them into the secret room, those people didn't come out, Xiao Siwu said. Previously, I got the news that there were many people from the Nanguang family in this stronghold, but after investigation, no other people from the Nanguang family were found. After these people were taken into the secret room by Nanguang Wu, they never appeared again. What did Xiao Siwu want to find out from the other party? There is no one else here, only me, Nanguang Wu. Nanguang Wu is also a smart man. He did not answer Xiao Siwu's words. Because Xiao Siwu's strength surpassed him, he was not Xiao Siwu's opponent. He also wanted to use Xiao Siwu's desire to know the news of other people and spare his life. It's unlikely that you want me to spare your life. When you bloodbath your Nanguang family, you remnants will have no chance to live. Death is also a kind of relief for you. Xiao Siwu looked at Nanguang Wu, and a flying knife appeared in his hand. His eyes were cold and a fierce murderous intent appeared on his body. Recently, he has been following Li Zunhun. This was the most important wish of his previous life. He saw what a real flying knife was, which made his own state of mind constantly improve. Xiao Siwu died in Fu Hongxu's hands that year. The knife flashed and the hut fell to the ground. Of course, Xiao Siwu's talent is not bad. If he is given time, his strength may not be lower than Fu Hongxu. This is not what he thinks, but what Fu Hongxu and Zimenchuxu think at the same time. Seeing the knife in Xiao Siwu's hand, Nanguang Wu's eyes condensed, and he grasped the long sword in his hand and shot out instantly. The sword light swept towards Xiao Siwu like a torrential rain. Xiao Siwu's face did not change, his hand was very steady. And the moment the sword light enveloped, the flying knife in his hand flew out. There was no earth-shattering momentum, only a flash of knife light. After the knife light, Nang Guangwu, who was holding a sword, had an extra flying knife in his throat, and his body fell to the ground unwillingly. He stepped forward to pull out the flying knife and headed into the house. Then he found an opportunity to enter the secret room. As soon as he entered the passage of the secret room, Xiao Siwu smelled a strong bloody smell. Following this bloody smell, he came to a secret room. Boom! A palm split the stone door, revealing the bloody pool in sight and the dried blood on the ground. Seeing this scene, Xiao Siwu's eyes condensed. Could it be that all the people of the Nangguang family were killed, and this blood pool was created? What on earth did they do here? Killing Nangguangwu was a little too fast, Xiao Siwu murmured. Then he exited the secret room and came to the outside of the courtyard. Outside the courtyard, Wei Zhuang was standing with a long sword in his hand. There was only Nangguangwu. I entered the secret room. The secret room was full of blood. Those people of the Nangguang family should have been killed. What should they have done in the secret room? Xiao Siwu said. Let's go back to the black market. I think the answer is there, in the black market. On a dim street, two figures were moving forward. The underground space of the black market is very large, and it looks no different from the city. Nangguang Wangshan walked in front. A figure appeared in front of them. The people of the Qinglong society have moved, and Li Zunhun is on the way. After the man finished speaking, the figure entered the dim street. Nangguang Wangshan showed a sneer at the corner of his mouth. You're here just in time. Li Zunhun will send you off today. Are you so sure that Wuji Demon will agree to take action? The white bone master beside him said. Wuji Demon relies on the runes on his body to extend his life, but even if he delays it, he won't live for many years. His own lifespan is about to end, and he doesn't dare to step into the heaven gate, so this is his only chance, Nangguang Wangshan said. Nangguang Wangshan has been stationed in the black market for so many years, and he knows some old antiques in the black market. If he hadn't gotten the things before, and was afraid that the Qinglong society would take action against him, he would have gone to see Wuji Demon himself. Brother Begu, this is a chance to kill them. You can't be the only one from your dead man's tomb. Nangguang Wangshan looked at the white bone master and said. Of course not, I am also one of the four dead people, half human, half ghost. Gui Shifei, and I have arrived, but I am a little confused. Brother Nangong is so calculating, why didn't he let the young master leave the base? The white bone master said. We have to attract some people to the outside base. If you can find us, I believe that the Qinglong society can find us too. Wu can help me lead away some people from the Qinglong society, that's also his value, Nangguang Wangshan said. Hearing Nangguang Wangshan's words, the white bone master's expression condensed. He didn't expect Nangguang Wangshan to be so cruel that he actually used his son as one of the baits to transfer some people from the Qinglong society. He attached more importance to Nangguang Wangshan in his heart. Such a ruthless person. If he took down the Qinglong society, this time, he would definitely become a great hero. Soon, the two appeared in front of a dark cave. A bloody aura filled the air. Using runes and blood to increase lifespan, Wuji old demon's bloodthirsty magic skill is really not simple. The white bone master sensed the bloody aura overflowing from the cave and said. Wuji old demon, I, Nangguang Wangshan, am here, come out and see me, Nangguang Wangshan said. The sound formed a beam and passed into the cave. Inside the cave, the Wuji demon, whose body was covered in black runes, opened his eyes, and a gleam of light flashed in his eyes. He walked out of the cave with his naked upper body. When he appeared at the entrance of the cave, he was filled with black aura, and a terrifying pressure enveloped Nangguang Wangshan and Master Begu. Did I bring the things? Wuji Demon looked at Nangguang Wangshan and said. This is my Nangguang family's sky-breaking blood talisman. Nangguang Wangshan raised his hand and shot the sky-breaking blood talisman to Wuji Demon. Wuji Demon grabbed the sky-breaking blood talisman in his hand, and after checking it out, a look of joy appeared on his face. Very good. I will help you kill that Li Zunhun now. Wuji Demon showed a cruel smile on his face. No need, they are on their way, we will wait for them here, Nangguang Wangshan said. When he finished speaking, a carriage appeared not far away. In the carriage, Li Zunhun, dressed in white, stepped out, and behind him were Su Chen and Fei. I didn't expect that you, Su Chen, the young leader of the Qinglong society, would also come. Seeing Su Chen, Nangguang Wangshan's eyes became ferocious. The Nangguang family was destroyed, and the main murderer was Su Chen. He wanted to kill Su Chen, but Su Chen was not important. He had already come once, and he could not come in a short time, and he did not pose a threat. As long as the second leader was killed, there would be no two terrifying masters in the Qinglong society in Jiangnan. At that time, it would be much easier to kill Su Chen and others. Nanguang Wangshan, you should hide while you are alive, and linger on, so as to preserve the last trace of blood of your Nanguang family. If you seek death yourself, no one can save you. Su Chen looked at Nanguang Wangshan and said, my Nanguang family will not linger on. After Li Zunhun dies today, I will kill you with my own hands, Nanguang Wangshan said while looking at Su Chen. He said so, but he thought that as long as Li Zunhun faced the Wuji old demon, he would kill Su Chen. He looked at the White Bones master beside him, ready to send a message to him to entangle the other people around Su Chen. Master Bai Gu, you from the tomb of the dead jumped out so early, are you going to die? Su Chen said to Master Bai Gu, who was wearing a bamboo hat. I didn't expect young Master Su to be so arrogant. A hint of murderous light flashed in Master Bai Gu's eyes. He was a famous master, but now he was humiliated by Su Chen. He was filled with murderous intent. Stop talking nonsense, I'm here to kill Li Zunhun. Wuji old demon looked at Li Zunhun and stepped out. The terrifying black demonic energy permeated his body, and a terrifying blood-colored figure appeared behind him. I, Wuji old demon, can enter the heavenly gate and kill a master like you. I can leave without regrets. Wuji old demon looked at Li Zunhun and said, kill me, I'm afraid you don't have such ability. Li Zunhun looked at Wuji old demon. His divine power did not burst out. His divine power was on his fingers and on his flying knife. The flying knife appeared, and the knife light became extremely bright. For a moment, the atmosphere became more and more solemn. The strength of this Wuji old demon vaguely surpassed that of the sea condensed spirit. Although he did not burst out with all his strength, he condensed this momentum, divine power, demonic shadow. Wuji old demon shouted, and a terrifying demonic shadow appeared behind him, gathering with the endless demonic energy and covering Li Zunhun. Bloodthirsty demonic hand. When the divine power covered Li Zunhun, Wuji old demon took the lead in attacking. The figure shot towards Li Zunhun at a very fast speed. Like a meteor, the cold and fierce demonic energy appeared in the air, and the surrounding air became extremely solemn. However, facing the approach of Wuji old demon, Li Zunhun was like a rock, standing still. Suddenly, the flying knife in Li Zunhun's hand flew out. For a moment, in the dim black market space, a silver light appeared. The silver light appeared, like a thunder, and went towards Wuji old demon. The eyes of Wuji old demon who attacked were condensed. When he was preparing to take over the matter of Nanguang family, he learned about Li Zunhun. The other party's flying knife artistic conception was terrifying. But he was confident that he could block it, but when he really faced it, he realized how terrifying this flying knife was. The opponent's flying knife penetrated his divine power and came towards his chest. He wanted to collide with the opponent's flying knife with his palm, but the flying knife was faster than his palm. Roar! The fear of death made Wuji old demon roar and burst out all his strength. When he burst out all his strength, the figure of a sky gate appeared above the dark black market. Bang! Wuji old demon burst out all his strength to block Li Zunhun's knife. The flying knife was suppressed by the terrifying energy and slowed down, and then was knocked down by Wuji old demon's punch. The sky gate is not restricted by space. Su Chen looked at the appearance of the sky gate and his eyes condensed. This is an underground space, and the sky gate can still appear. At this moment, a blood talisman appeared in the palm of Wuji old demon, and it was crushed directly. The sky gate just gathered power and moved slightly, and it didn't condense again. Die! Wuji sky demon fist. Wuji patriarch burst out with a terrifying punch. He wanted to take this time to kill Li Zunhun. The terrifying force fell with the fist. A terrifying force suddenly erupted from Li Zunhun's body at this moment. As soon as this force came out, the sky that had been stagnant suddenly condensed again. Two flying knives appeared in Li Zunhun's hands. Swish! Swish! The two flying knives were launched at the same time. One knife was aimed at Wuji old demon, and the other knife was aimed at Xianmen. Suddenly, the bright knife light illuminated the entire dark space. A terrifying sound came from the space, like a ghost roaring and a god crying. The knife light penetrated the fist and headed towards Wuji old demon. When Wuji old demon turned around and turned to Xianmen, he felt the endless breath of death coming towards him. At this moment, the true energy that burst out of his body seemed to be suppressed. He only saw a knife light appear. Swish! The knife light penetrated his body. He didn't look at this knife, but looked at the knife towards Xianmen. The flying knife collided with Xianmen. Xianmen shattered with a bang, and the originally dim space suddenly set off a terrifying energy storm. Seeing this scene, everyone's eyes were horrified. This Li Zunhun actually killed the Wuji old demon who had exploded with all his strength with one sword, and shattered the Xianmen with one sword. Chapter 739, Holy Sword Lake, Sword Heart Clear Grass. In a palace in the capital, Zhu Pingsheng looked at the secret report in his hand, his face extremely solemn. Su Chen of the Qinglong Society has a strong man above the Heavenly Gate, and the second dragon leader Li Zunhun has the ability to break the Heavenly Gate with one sword. He put away the secret report and walked out of the palace quickly. After a while, he came to an underground palace in the palace. Emperor Zhou was in a pool full of purple energy, absorbing the purple energy in the pool. When Zhu Pingsheng appeared, Emperor Zhou opened his eyes, stood up, and slowly walked down from the stone platform in the middle of the pool. Zhu Pingsheng handed the secret report in his hand to Emperor Zhou. Emperor Zhou took a look at the content of the secret report, and a hint of surprise appeared on his originally calm face. Su Chen's power of presence can actually destroy the Nangguang family. The ancestor of the Nangguang family also has the power of presence. Su Chen is a strong man above the Xianmen, and the second dragon head of the Qinglong Club, Li Zunhun, actually has the ability to shatter the Xianmen with one sword. It's a pity that he can only deal with the dying Wuji old demon after bursting out such power. After he uses it this time, the Xianmen will have a deeper impact on him. If he uses it for the second time, the power of the Xianmen will be stronger, and his strength will be suppressed. Emperor Zhou sighed. However, the second dragon head of the Qinglong Club has such power. This big dragon head seems to be absolutely extraordinary. I just don't know how strong this mysterious big dragon head is. Emperor Zhou showed a hint of excitement on his face. Your Majesty, should we suppress this Qinglong Club, or find someone to take action, so that Li Zunhun can continue to use the power of breaking levels and send him to the Xianmen? Zhu Pingsheng said. No need. The more people killed by the strong men of the Qinglong Society, the stronger the evil energy between heaven and earth will be, which is more conducive to my cultivation. They are also helping me. As long as my evil dragon body is completed, I don't need to care about them, Emperor Zhou said. In the open part of the Xianjian division, all power will be handed over to the girl Qingchen, Emperor Zhou then said. Your Majesty, if you give power to Princess Qingchen, I'm afraid she will help the fourth prince. Now the princes have begun to fight each other. If Princess Qingchen helps the fourth prince's strength will be improved, Zhu Pingsheng said. If the fourth prince can get Qingchen to help him, it is also a skill. There is no fairness in the world, but external force is only one of them. In the end, it depends on their own strength. If their own strength is not good, once I leave, they will not be able to keep this empire in the end. This is why I agree with your plan. I also hope that they can see this clearly in the fight between each other, Emperor Zhou said. I understand, Zhu Pingsheng bowed. Let's put the matter of the Qinglong Society aside for now. You have to hurry up with the matters of the Changsheng Society and the Bulaodang, Emperor Zhou said in a deep voice. Your Majesty, I have an idea. Now the princes are fighting each other, and they are not very targeted. I want to spread the news that your Majesty needs the Changsheng Society's secret book of immortality and the Bulaodang's immortality medicine to recover from his injuries. I think the princes will definitely take action after hearing this news. When they are in the open, their subordinates will deal with the disciples of the Changsheng Society and the Bulaodang in the dark, and outsiders will not be suspicious, Zhu Pingsheng said. My sons have their own staff and people who support them. Maybe they hope that I can't recover, Emperor Zhou said. After all, how can being a prince be more tempting than being an emperor? Zhu Pingsheng frowned slightly. Let's do this according to your method, even if they don't want me to obtain the secret book of immortality, and the magic medicine of immortality. They will make some moves on the surface, and they can also attract the attention of the Hall of Immortality, and the Society of Immortality, Emperor Zhou said. I understand, Zhu Pingsheng bowed and left. At this time, in another place, on a loft, two young figures were sitting in the pavilion drinking. I didn't expect that after my Zhenwu garden was destroyed, someone would invite me, Jin Junmo, to drink. Jin Junmo looked at the 12th Prince Liu He in front of him and said. The destruction of Zhenwu garden doesn't seem to have much to do with Brother Jin, and it doesn't have much impact, the 12th Prince Liu he said while drinking. There is still an impact. After all, I am the eldest disciple of the owner of Zhenwu Garden. The 12th Prince Liu he came to me, it shouldn't be just for a drink. Jin Junmo looked at the 12th Prince Liu he and said, Brother Jin, I want to cooperate with you. You also know that the royal family is going to establish a crown prince to rule the empire, and I am very interested in that position. The 12th Prince Liu he looked at Jin Junmo and said, There are many people who think like you, but now I am the eldest disciple of Zhenwu Garden, I can't help you. Jin Junmo frowned slightly when he looked at the 12th Prince Liu he. Brother Jin is too modest. Brother Jin, I won't beat around the bush, I can help you get back the Zhenwu Garden mansion now, the 12th Prince Liu he said. Yes, hearing this, Jin Junmo's expression moved slightly. I have worked with Shangwen Jinhong of the Jiqian gang before, now everything in this Zhenwu Garden has been divided up by the Jiqian gang and the Jinfeng Xiaoyu Tower. It has become an empty house. We can buy the house with money, and then Brother Jin will become the owner of the house. I think with Brother Jin's identity, the new Zhenwu Garden will be established soon, so that Brother Jin's experience will not be damaged, and he will not be pulled down by Lan Yu Hao. The 12th Prince Liu he looked at Jin Junmo and said. The princes knew the identities of Jin Junmo and Lan Yu Hao. The two have always been in a competitive relationship. Jin Junmo had always suppressed Lan Yu Hao. But the destruction of Zhenwu Garden by Xianaya Pavilion this time was also a blow to Jin Junmo. Hearing the words of the 12th Prince Liu he, Jin Junmo's eyes flashed. Okay, as long as you help me get back this Zhenwu Garden, I will cooperate with you, Jin Junmo said afterwards. Then I wish us a happy cooperation, the 12th Prince Liu he smiled. Muren Fu, who is now the deputy commander of the Northern Pacification Division, has some contact with Shangwen Jinhong. He had asked Muren Fu to talk to Shangwen Jinhong about this matter before. Shangwen Jinhong has tacitly agreed to trade, so he came to find Jin Junmo. At this time, footsteps sounded outside the pavilion, and a white figure appeared at the door of the pavilion. It was a maid of Jin Junmo. Sir, the 12th prince, the person saluted the two. What's the matter? Jin Junmo said. Sir, there is information from Jiangning that when the Holy Sword Lake is opened, a giant Santongming grass will appear, the maid said. What? Hearing this, the 12th Prince Liu He and Jin Junmo's expressions changed at the same time. Jiandao Tongming grass can help swordsmen comprehend Giant Santongming. Giant Santongming can help people comprehend the true meaning of Jiandao and condense the power of Jiandao. In other words, this giant Santongming grass is useful for swordsmen below the level of concentration in the sea. A giant Santongming grass appeared in the Holy Sword Lake at this time. What do they want to do? Jin Junmo said with a condensed look. My father failed to break through and was injured. It is normal for the martial arts world to change, but unfortunately, I am not a sword user, otherwise I would also go to the Holy Sword Lake, the 12th Prince Liu He said. Your Highness, you take care of the affairs of the Zhenwu Garden. I will leave for the Holy Sword Lake immediately. I must get this giant Santongming grass. Jin Junmo stood up, said goodbye to the 12th Prince Liu He and left. The situation is changing, and rare treasures are appearing frequently. The 12th Prince Liu He looked at Jin Junmo's leaving figure and hummed softly. Huh? At this time, a figure appeared behind the 12th Prince Liu He. Your Highness, just now it was reported in the palace that His Majesty needs the Eternal Life Secret Book of the Eternal Life Association and the Immortal Medicine of the Buliao Hall to recover from his injuries. Zhu Pingsheng is already investigating the whereabouts of the descendants of the Eternal Life Association and the Buliao Hall. The man in black said. Secret Book of Immortality, Miraculous Elixir of Life. It is rumored that these are the most important things of the two major forces. It may be difficult for father to get these things. You go to see Yu Wuhao and Li Gong and tell them that I am waiting for them at the old place, the 12th Prince Liu He said. Yes, the man in black turned and left. After the man in black left, Liu He also changed his clothes and left the pavilion. Chapter 740 Emperor Wu Hao withdraws from the Evil Alliance, Evil God Palace, Zio Wei. In another place, Shadow Gate, Hu Liai looked at the secret report in her hand with a shocked expression. Hong Luo, who was beside her, also showed a look of horror. Master, this Qinglong Club is so strong. Muren Qingchen has such a relationship with the young dragon leader of Qinglong Club. If he helps the fourth prince, Will the fourth prince become one of the most promising candidates for the crown prince? Hong Luo said. It's hard to say. The Great Zhou dynasty is not as simple as you think. Those important officials in the court also have many means, Hu Liu said. Then do we still need to continue to support the 12th prince now? Hong Luo asked in a deep voice. I have already surrendered to Xian'ai Pavilion, 10 Directions General Envoy Guan Yushan. As for whether to support the 12th prince or not, it needs to be decided by General Envoy Guan. Also, all the businesses of the Nanhai Chamber of Commerce in the capital should be separated out as soon as possible, and all of them need to be transferred to General Envoy Guan's door. Hu Liu said. Guan Yushan let her back, not to let her be so free and easy, but to make achievements. Yes, I will arrange it right away. Hong Luo nodded and bowed to go to the room. When she left the room, a light flashed in Hong Luo's eyes. This matter must be informed to the 12th prince as soon as possible. If we can help the 12th prince get the support of Xian'ai Pavilion, the 12th prince will definitely become one of the most promising candidates for the crown prince, and the Hainan Chamber of Commerce needs to be divested, and a part of it needs to be transferred to my own hands secretly. Otherwise, it will be difficult for me to gain some status from the 12th prince. Hong Luo had always been loyal to Hu Liu before, because Hu Liu had always supported the 12th prince. But now Hu Liu has surrendered to Guan Yushan. If she doesn't necessarily support the 12th prince in the future, it will conflict with her interests. She is now the woman of the 12th prince. In the room, Hu Liu looked at Hong Luo, who was leaving, and her eyes moved slightly. I hope you don't do stupid things, otherwise, don't blame me for being cruel. In the martial arts world, people often have no choice, Hu Liu murmured. When she came back this time, Hu Liu sensed the ambition that appeared in Hong Luo. As people encounter things, their mentality will change. At this time, in the secret room of Keijing's mansion, the aura of Emperor Wu Hao was restored to its original state. Although he lost an arm, his spirit was intact. He did not install a prosthetic arm for himself, leaving one arm empty. Keijing, who was opposite him, had a solemn expression. This time, our evil alliance suffered heavy losses. Not only did we give Tai's Hongtang a falling god pearl, but we also gave Qinglong Club one. Keijing said. Qinglong Club did not care whether Emperor Master was the second leader of Evil Alliance. Anyway, if someone was killed, the falling god pearl would be paid. This was the promise of Evil Alliance. What's more, the falling god pearl was given to Kakia Olinglong Pavilion for custody at that time. Kakia Olinglong Pavilion delivered the item to Yan Shizhen the next day. They promised Tai's Hongtang, and Tai's Hongtang also fulfilled his ability, so they gave the last remaining falling god pearl to Tai's Hongtang. The loss is secondary. The main thing is that the Evil Alliance's momentum has been affected, which is extremely unfavorable to us. We must reverse this momentum as soon as possible, Emperor Wu Hao said. How easy is it to turn things around? Some of the people who joined us before have already left the Evil Alliance, one after another, said Keijing. HMPH, these people are looking for death. We will send them to death when the time comes. I have already contacted my master, Evil God Palace, and Evil God Palace will send some people, Emperor Wu Hao said. When Emperor Wu Hao finished speaking, the stone door of the secret room suddenly opened. A giggling sound came from the stone door. With the appearance of the sound, a woman with a devilishly graceful body appeared. The woman's eyebrows were smiling, her eyes were like autumn waves, and her long black hair fluttered without wind. Her face could not be seen clearly, and was covered by a black veil. Suddenly, the person's body moved, her dress fluttered, like a colorful butterfly, and ripples suddenly appeared in the surrounding space. In the blink of an eye, the figure appeared next to Emperor Wu Hao. When approaching Emperor Wu Hao, a palm suddenly slapped out from her palm. But when her palm chopped out, Emperor Wu Hao retreated slightly, and his left hand collided with the other party. Bang! A wave of air swept out. Emperor Wu Hao's body moved slightly, but the person who came was shocked and stepped back several steps. Brother, even though one arm was broken, your strength has not declined. When the woman spoke, she sat on the stone chair where Emperor Wu Hao sat before. Boom! At this time, a man who was nearly 2 meters tall, wearing a reddish-brown robe and with several black runes on his face walked out of the stone door that the woman had pushed open before. The man stepped in. He saluted Emperor Wu Hao. Hello, brother, you are here so soon. I thought you would need some time. Emperor Wu Hao said. The reason why Emperor Wu Hao was able to become the leader of the Evil Alliance was because he had the support of the Evil God Palace, a very ancient force. Keijing, you need to break through your strength. If you don't break through, you will become cannon fodder. The woman looked at Keijing and said. Messenger Xiao Wei is right, Keijing replied. Brother, what do you want us to do this time? You don't want us to help you snatch back the falling god pearl from the Qinglong Society, do you? Don't ask us for this. We just got the news that Li Zunhuan, the second leader of the Qinglong Society, shattered the heavenly gate shadow with a flying knife. If such a strength comes to us, we will have no way to survive. Xiao Wei, who was sitting, looked at Emperor Wu Hao and said. If you can get this news, I can get it too. I asked you to come here because I want you to help me kill some defectors from the Evil Alliance, and I am ready to give up the position of the leader of the Evil Alliance, Emperor Wu Hao said. Brother, do you want to give up the position of the Grand Leader of the Evil Alliance? Our master will not agree. We also want to absorb some talents into the Evil God Palace through the Evil Alliance. My identity has been leaked, and I have a broken arm. Outsiders think that my strength has been greatly reduced. In this case, I am still the Grand Leader of the Evil Alliance, which has a great impact on the Evil Alliance, so I need to change. Now that my arm is broken and my strength is damaged, I have reason not to go to Hainan to take over General Wang Dugu's position as my leader. What is useful to the palace now is not my identity as the Grand Leader of the Evil Alliance, but my identity as Marcus de Wu, so I must leave the Evil Alliance and return to Marcus de Wu's mansion. I called you here this time to deal with those who leave and become the leader of the Evil Alliance at the same time, Marcus de Wu said, looking at the woman in front of him. You want me to become the Grand Leader? Xiao Ying looked at Emperor Wu Hao and said, why not? The reputation of the Evil Alliance has been greatly reduced this time. Your presence can make people feel that the Evil Alliance is even more extraordinary. In the troubled times, the Evil God Palace will be born later. You can also use the Evil Alliance to obtain some extra treasures and improve yourself, Emperor Wu Hao said. Brother, we have another mission this time. Our master asked us to find a way to bring back the successor of the Eternal Life Society, Xiao Ying said when Emperor Wu Hao finished speaking. Have you found out the whereabouts of the successor of the Eternal Life Society? Emperor Wu Hao couldn't help but ask. No. Originally, I wanted to use the power of your Evil Alliance to find the whereabouts of the successor of Eternal Life Society, but I didn't expect you to let me be the Grand Alliance leader. Once you become the Grand Alliance leader of Evil Alliance, you can mobilize the power of Evil Alliance, but to find the successor of Eternal Life Society, perhaps you can contact Golden Wind and Drizzle Tower, Emperor Wu Hao said. Chapter 741 Zhu Pingsheng wants Emperor Wu Hao to die. Golden Wind and Drizzle Tower is the power of the North Pavilion of Xian'ai Pavilion. Hearing this, Xiao Ying's eyes condensed and said. Yes, this Xian'ai Pavilion is a bit mysterious. Now that the 4 Pavilion Masters and the 10 Directions General Envoy have appeared, they are probably not the top group of people, Emperor Wu Hao said. If they are not the top group of people, then I will contact Golden Wind and Drizzle Tower when I have time to see if they can help find the successor of Changsheng Society. But when I came here, I got news that Xian'ai Pavilion seems to have some relationship with Qinglong Society. The people of Qinglong Society killed the White Bone Master, one of the 4 dead people of Dead Man's Tomb, which is also one of the 4 evil sects. If we contact Xian'ai Pavilion, I'm afraid that Dead Man's Tomb will have opinions about us, Evil God Palace. Xiao Ying then frowned. The relationship between them should be very ordinary, but what if this Dead Man's Tomb has opinions? Do we, Evil God Palace, still fear them? Emperor Wu Hao said coldly. Although the capital is in turmoil now, junior sister Xiao also needs to be careful in her actions. I have said all the things that need to be explained. I will return to the Emperor Wu Hao mansion. At that time, Keijing, you will secretly send a message that the position of the leader of the Evil Alliance has changed, Emperor Wu Hao said to Keijing. Okay, I will arrange it here, Keijing nodded and said. Since senior brother is leaving, then I will leave too. Keijing, I will have someone notify you of the new base of the Evil Alliance when the time comes. Xiao Wei also stood up. The 3 of them left from the secret passage. After the 3 of them left, Keijing narrowed his eyes slightly. It seems that I have to break through to the sea to concentrate as soon as possible, but my divine power is still a little lacking, and it is a bit difficult to step into the sea to concentrate, Keijing muttered in his mouth. Creak at this time. The door of the secret room was opened, and a charming figure appeared. The robes on her body were very tempting. There were only pieces of clothes where they should not be exposed. Seeing this person, Keijing was startled, and the true energy in his body began to flow, and his palms slowly moved. Prime Minister K is a smart man, don't make any unwise moves, the enchanting woman looked at him with sharp eyes. But when she finished speaking, Keijing had already made a move. His body suddenly turned into a black shadow and went towards the enchanting woman. His hands were like claws, attacking the woman's throat. The enchanting woman's face changed, and her body changed. The moment Keijing's claws missed, he changed his claws into fists and punched out. The terrifying true energy burst out from his fist, going to where the enchanting woman moved. Keijing, the enchanting woman's eyes condensed, her body fell, and her palm suddenly slapped out. Boom! The fist and palm collided. The enchanting woman's body was shocked by a recoil force and hit the stone wall. Keijing moved his body and appeared in front of her, grabbing the woman's throat with his palm. Your strength is worse than mine. I don't know where you get the courage to appear in front of me, Keijing said coldly while holding the enchanting woman's throat. Ling. But at this time, a token fell from the woman. There was a word on the token. Seeing this token, Keijing's face changed, and his palm loosened. Prime Minister K, I am here on behalf of Master Zhu. Master Zhu wants to see you. When Keijing's palm loosened, the enchanting woman said, and Prime Minister K, sometimes strength does not represent everything. Doesn't Prime Minister K feel that there is something extra in his body? The enchanting woman's voice was very cold. Keijing's expression changed, and the true energy in his body flowed, and he immediately felt a strange movement in his blood. You poisoned me, Keijing looked at the other party. Let's go, come with me to see Master Zhu first. You don't want Master Zhu to wait for you, do you? The enchanting woman looked at Keijing and said. Keijing's eyes changed. But he still followed the enchanting woman out of the secret room. After a while, they appeared next to river. Next to the lake, a figure was sitting in a black sailed boat. Keijing walked into the boat. Prime Minister K, long time no see. Please have some tea. This is the top-grade Bai Mission tea I just got from Jiangnan. Zhu Pingsheng poured a cup for Keijing and said. Master Zhu, you came to see me. What do you want me to do? Keijing did not drink the tea, but spoke instead. Help me kill Marcus D. Wu. Zhu Pingsheng looked at Keijing and said. What? Upon hearing this, Keijing was startled. He did not expect Zhu Pingsheng to ask him to kill Marcus D. Wu. He knew that Marcus D. Wu was ready to return to Marcus D. Wu's mansion. Marcus D. Wu, do you think he can continue to be Marcus D. Wu? The Imperial Master is dead, why is he still alive? Is it a disgrace to the dynasty? If you don't want him to die, then Prime Minister K, you will die first. Zhu Pingsheng was very calm. Although Marcus D. Wu's arm is broken, his strength has been fully restored. I can't kill him, Keijing said in a deep voice. When Keijing finished speaking, two things appeared in Zhu Pingsheng's hand and were placed on the tea table. This is the Heavenly Blood Slaughter Sutra, which can complement your Heavenly Silkworm Blood Transformation skill, and this is a bottle of boneless soul-breaking powder. As long as you take a drop, the blood and ki in your body will become violent and cannot be released from the body. In this case, the blood and ki of Emperor Wu Hao are yours, Prime Minister K. I believe Keijing will successfully step into the sea to concentrate his mind, Zhu Pingsheng said calmly. Master Zhu, Emperor Wu Hao is from the Evil God Palace, and is an important figure of the Evil God Palace, in the capital. Now that your majesty is injured, the capital is in turmoil. According to reason, you should help your majesty find elixirs, recover from injuries, and calm the capital. Instead of doing this, humph, before Keijing finished speaking, a terrifying evil spirit surged into his heart. For a moment, Keijing felt that he was pulled into an endless evil spirit space, and a wave of killing thoughts emerged in his mind. The whole mind seemed to be out of control. Suddenly, he spurted out a mouthful of blood unconsciously, but the blood was blocked by the ki and bounced back on his own face. I always thought that Prime Minister K was a smart man. Could it be that after being with the people of the Evil Alliance for a long time, his brain is not working well anymore? If the brain is not working well, then there is no need to live. Zhu Pingsheng took a sip of tea and said calmly. Master Zhu, I know what to do, Ke Jing said. He didn't want to die yet, so the only ones who died were others. Go, within 1 day, I want the news of Emperor Wu Hao's death, and the future affairs of the Evil Alliance, and report in time, Zhu Pingsheng said. Understood. 2 people came from the Evil God Palace. They are the junior sisters of Emperor Wu Hao, one named Xia Wei, and the other named Zheng Yu. As for their specific identities in the Evil God Palace, I don't know. Their purpose of coming this time is to find the successor of the Eternal Life Society. People have to bow their heads under the eaves, not to mention that life and death are in the hands of others. He needs to demonstrate his own value. The successor of the Eternal Life Society, why would the Evil God Palace be looking for the successor of the Eternal Life Society? Zhu Pingsheng showed surprise on his face, and then said, I am also looking for the successor of the Eternal Life Society, and Buliao Hall. Let me know if there is any news. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 742, The Tomb of the Dead, the third of the 4 dead. Jiangnan, Zhuangjia Manor. When are we going to Holy Sword Lake? There is a rumor that there is sword heart clear grass over there. I am afraid the fight will be more intense by then, but now that you are there, I think no one dares to attack you, Mei Zuanshuang said with a smile. I am not a sword cultivator. Sword heart clear grass has no appeal to me. Su Chen practiced swordsmanship, or physical body, palm techniques and the like. He really doesn't have swordsmanship. Of course, Su Chen said this, just talking. He must get the sword heart clear grass. After all, it is a treasure. He doesn't need it, but other people in the Qinglong Club still need it. What's more, the probability of such a treasure triggering a lottery card is very high. Now, after checking books and secrets, Su Chen found that the rewards are not so much. Otherwise, with so many books and secrets in the Nanguang family, he would not have received more than 20 orange lottery cards. Of course, he was a little puzzled in his heart. Why would a sword heart clear grass appear in Holy Sword Lake at this time? It's useless to think about it. The sword heart clear grass is in the center of the Holy Sword Lake. If you are not a sword practitioner, you can't go there at all, Mei Zuanshuang said. There is also this saying, of course, otherwise, wouldn't everyone be fighting for it? Then what's the point of us going to the Holy Sword Lake? Su Chen had thought that anyone could go there. The sword heart clear grass cannot be snatched, but the quota to enter the Holy Sword Lake is not just for sword practitioners. As long as you are a young master who passes the assessment, you can enter the Holy Sword Lake, look at the Holy Sword Pool, and feel the sword intent left by the sword masters of the Holy Sword Lake. Although we are not sword practitioners, we can also use the insights of sword masters to practice our own martial arts. This is an incredible opportunity. Do you know that the masters of the Holy Sword Lake in the past are all people who can break the sky with swords? Mei Zuanshuang said. I didn't expect the Holy Sword Lake to be so powerful. No wonder so many people go there. Zhuang Zuanji has almost finished dealing with things here. You can go with us tomorrow, Su Chen said. Hearing Su Chen's words, Mei Zuanshuang smiled and said, it seems that my beauty is not as attractive as the third beauty. Nanguang Qiushu is dead. Isn't Zhuang Zuanji the second most beautiful woman in the world? It's my style to travel with the second most beautiful woman in the world, Su Chen said with a smile. That's not the case. Yesterday, after the death of Nanguang Qiushu and Nanguang Yiren, Bai Hulao rearranged the heavenly fairy list. Zhuang Zuanji is still the third, and the second is Murin Yu of the Murin family, Mei Zuanshuang said. Can it be done this way? Su Chen was a little confused. I will come to you tomorrow, and then we will set off together, Mei Zuanshuang said and said goodbye to Su Chen. After Mei Zuanshuang left, Su Chen entered a secret room in the Zhuang family. The skinny white bone master was locked up with iron chains all around, and all the meridians in his body were broken. Outsiders thought that the white bone master was killed at that time, but in fact he still had a breath left and was secretly brought back. Compared with Nanguang Wangshan, Su Chen was more interested in the dead man's tomb behind the white bone master. Seeing Su Chen appear, the white bones master's eyes flashed with a ferocious look. Su Chen, The tomb of the dead will definitely plant you in the grave and turn you into a mummy puppet, the White Bones Master said fiercely. Do you have the ability to turn me into a mummy puppet? Tell me where the tomb of the dead is, and you and Nanguang Wangshan cooperated. You should not be the only one at that time. Tell me who else is there and where they are. I will have someone bring them to accompany you. After all, you are a little lonely here alone, Su Chen said calmly. You, the White Bones Master roared, and the iron chain in his hand whirred. Although his meridians were broken, his physical strength was still there, so he still had some strength. Swish. At this moment, a flying knife instantly landed on the thigh of the White Bones Master, and blood fell along the flying knife. It was Xiao Siwu who drew the knife. The White Bones Master was under his care. Ah, the White Bones Master groaned. His own true energy was broken, and any pain could stimulate him. Master White Bones, why bother? I have many methods. It is said that ants like honey. How about I cover you with honey to attract ants? Also, I heard that if you make a hole on the head and pour mercury, people will peel off their skin, Su Chen said calmly. You are too cruel. Hearing Su Chen's words, Master White Bones showed fear in his eyes. He did not expect Su Chen to have such a method, nor did he expect Su Chen to be so cruel. The moment he showed fear in his eyes, suddenly, Su Chen moved and appeared in front of him. He grabbed the opponent's neck with his palm, and the terrifying mental power instantly rushed into the opponent's mind. Losing the true energy, the mind showed a flaw again. Su Chen acted decisively and controlled the opponent with his mind. Is there anyone else in Jinling City? One of the 4 dead men, half human, half ghost, Gui Shifei, is also here. Where is he? How can we find him? He used to be in Yangxiang Tower in the city, but now I don't know. All we have to do to contact each other is to leave a Plum Blossom code somewhere in the city, and we can find him according to the Plum Blossom code. The White Bones Master's mind was controlled and he spoke little by little. Hearing this, Su Chen nodded to Xiao Siwu. Xiao Siwu immediately walked out of the secret room and arranged for someone to investigate. Why did Dead Man's Tomb take action against the banker's bank? The new head of the tomb wants Dead Man's Tomb to come back and cooperate with Lai family. Lai family proposed to take over the banker's bank. As for what Lai family wants to do with the banker's bank, I don't know either. Only the head of the tomb knows. Who is the new head of Dead Man's Tomb? The new head of the tomb is called Li Hangqiu. When talking about Li Hangqiu, the head of the White Bones suddenly collapsed and died. Well, the mind suddenly collapsed. It seems that there is some restriction left in the mind, and some things cannot be asked. Su Chen frowned slightly. First, catch the half-human, half-ghost, Gui Shifei, and see if we can learn something from him, Su Chen thought to himself. A thin man in black clothes in the city shouted, Master Bai Gu, can you investigate it clearly before taking action? I don't dare to show up now. The banker relies on forces like the Qinglong Society, and can't rob anymore. The matter has been passed to the Tomb Master, and I don't know how the Tomb Master will decide. I hope the Tomb Master can reply to me as soon as possible so that I can leave this Jinling City, but it's a pity for Nanguang Wangshan. If I bring his body back and plant my heavenly ghost tomb, it will definitely improve my strength, the thin man sighed. Aren't you worried about yourself? Just as he finished speaking, a figure walked out of the dark. It was the black and white Zhuangjian holding a double blade. Behind the black and white Zhuangjian, Xiao Siwu also followed. You guys, how did you find me? The thin man's face changed. He had never expected that he would be found. Half human, half ghost Gui Shifei, our young leader wants to see you. If you don't want to die, come with us. Xiao Siwu looked at the other party and said. Gui Shifei was in a defied state, and his eyes were looking around. But he was locked by an extremely sharp sword energy. Damn, 2 top C-level concentration masters, I'm afraid they can't leave if they want to. He knew who was locking him. A Fei beside Li Zunhuan, his sword was very fast, and he often killed with one sword. One of them was not enough, and he also brought a Fei over. He was really afraid that he would be killed by the other party's extremely fast sword if he was not careful. Okay, I'll go with you. If he wanted to survive, he had to do this. When he moved, suddenly, the door of the courtyard was opened, and 2 figures walked in. One of them was wearing a gray robe and a bamboo hat. He was tall and had a black long sword inserted in his waist. The sword energy emanating from his body was filled with a sense of death. The other man was wearing a blood-red robe, with a majestic figure, holding a long sword in his hand, and his eyes were cold. The two of them stopped at the gate of the courtyard. For a moment, the atmosphere became extremely tense. Gui Shifei, it seems that we came at the right time, otherwise you would be taken away or die here, and we would have one less dead man, the man in the red robe said. These two people were the other two of the 4 dead men in the dead man's tomb. When they spoke, their eyes looked at a place where Afei was. Afei had just locked the other party with sword energy, so the sword energy emitted was sensed by people. For a moment, a terrifying aura appeared around, making the air extremely oppressive. Compared with Afei and Bai Tianyu, Xiao Siwu looked very solemn. He was the weakest here. His palm moved slightly. If I were you, you'd better not move, or you might die. Gui Shifei looked at Xiao Siwu with indifference. Xiao Siwu was very arrogant just now, and now he wanted to make the other party feel pressure. However, Xiao Siwu simply ignored him. He raised his palm and the firework rose into the sky. Looking for death, Gui Shifei's eyes were fierce, and he raised his palm. A sharp true energy filled his palm. Swish! His body flashed, as if teleporting, and with a ghostly and terrifying speed, he approached Xiao Siwu in an instant. Boom! At this moment, the black and white Zhuangjian's divine power broke out, and the terrifying black aura swept towards the two people at the door. Although Gui Shifei attacked Xiao Siwu, his mind was always fixed on the black and white Zhuangjian. The black and white Zhuangjian was closest to him, so he thought that if he attacked, the black and white Zhuangjian would definitely move. But he was wrong. The black and white Zhuangjian's divine power did not attack him, but pressed towards the two people at the door of the courtyard. At the moment of the divine power suppression, he rushed out, and the double-edged sword in his hand covered the two people with a terrifying sword light. On this side, Gui Shifei's mind moved, and his hand slowed down a step. At this moment of slowing down, a strange phenomenon suddenly appeared. A sword light flashed by. Gui Shifei was startled. Afei had made his move. He had just been on guard against black and white Zhuangjian and thus ignored Afei. He wanted to burst out with divine power, but when the divine power came up, Afei's sword light had already appeared between his eyebrows, and the sword energy burst out, piercing through his eyebrows. Chapter 743, Zhuangjian's divine power changes, the character Renkai. Boom! At this moment, Bai Tianyu and the other two were also separated by a blow. Bai Tianyu held a sword in both hands, and the terrifying black sword energy was all over his body. The air around him was flowing with invisible black sword energy. You ruined the master's business, and you broke your own meridians. Follow me, otherwise, you can only become the dead souls in my sword. Bai Tianyu looked at the two people and said with cold eyes. Originally, Gui Shifei had agreed to leave with them, but the appearance of these two people made him have other thoughts. If he had thoughts, he could only die. He and Afei had the same idea in this regard. This is why Gui Shifei attacked Xiao Siwu just now, but he did not help Xiao Siwu, but attacked the other two. This way, he could catch them by surprise. Let Afei use the quick sword to kill the opponent with one blow. Looking at Gui Shifei lying on the ground with a sword mark on his forehead, the faces of the two people who appeared changed. The strength of Afei and Bai Tianyu completely exceeded their expectations. Originally, they appeared in joint forces with Gui Shifei, thinking that the three of them could suppress the two men, but they didn't expect that they would be passive as soon as they fought. Although they were passive, the two were also strong men with concentrated spirits in the sea. How could they cut off their own meridians? The red-robed man holding the knife looked ferocious. The fight just now is not over yet. Let me show you my knife. A terrifying knife energy spread from his body, like an invisible ripple, spreading to the surroundings. He raised a long knife in his hand. Divine power, death vortex. Although the red-robed man used the knife in his hand, his knife was not very pure, so he combined the original death sutra of the dead man's tomb and his own knife energy to create this death vortex. Boom! The terrifying death knife energy spread out, forming a knife energy vortex, heading towards Bai Tianyu. Bai Tianyu's expression did not change, and his own divine power condensed on his body. With a bang, the divine power burst out crazily, and the terrifying energy went towards the knife energy vortex, shattering it. When the knife energy vortex was shattered, the red-robed man moved, took a step forward, and the long sword in his hand was unsheathed instantly. Boom! A blood-gray sword energy burst out from the long sword. In an instant, the whole courtyard was filled with flying sand and rocks, the air collapsed, and the walls around the courtyard collapsed instantly, but this terrifying sword energy did not spread but quickly condensed on the long sword in his hand. The long sword fell. The sword light cut down this piece of space, and then went towards the black and white Zhuangjian. Kill. At this moment, the gray-robed man also made a move. A sword energy burst out from his body, and the sword energy enveloped Ah Fei. Although the sword light was not as fast as Ah Fei, it was also extremely sharp and impenetrable. In order to prevent Ah Fei's quick sword from sneaking up, Ah Fei's eyes were cold, and the unsheathed longsword in his hand burst out instantly, and the sword light collided with the opponent's long sword like rain. Clang! 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 The two long swords kept colliding. At the moment of the sword energy collision, Ah Fei's long sword turned, and the sword light like a rainstorm enveloped the opponent again. The gray-robed man didn't expect Ah Fei's sword to be so fast. He thrust out the long sword in his hand quickly, blocking Ah Fei's rain-like sword light. But suddenly, the rain-like sword light instantly turned into a point. This point of sword light penetrated his sword light like a meteor and appeared at his throat. The gray-robed man looked at Ah Fei in a hoarse voice. The opponent's rain-like sword light actually condensed into a point in an instant and pierced his throat. Too fast. Your sword is really fast. It's not that my sword is fast, but you are slow to change your moves. The divine power is strong, but when you can't absolutely suppress the opponent, you still have to rely on your own sword in the end, Ah Fei said coldly. Pull back the long sword. Puff. Blood spurted out from the opponent's throat and fell on the ground. On the other side, the knife light and blood light condensed like a cage to cover the black and white Zhuangjian. But in these cages, the black and white Zhuangjian had a calm face, holding the long sword in his hand tightly, and his palm quickly chopped out, exploding with power, breaking the cage. And his figure appeared in front of the other party as fast as lightning, with a grim smile on his lips. The double swords were used with terrifying force. The red-robed man blocked with his knife. But the faster the attack, the more powerful the aura of black and white Zhuangjian was. During this period of time, black and white Zhuangjian has been constantly developing his divine power, and constantly condensing it on his long sword, just like Xiao Li Fidao. Xiao Li Fidao's divine power is actually condensed on the blade. Only then did he kill the enemy with one knife and shatter the gate of heaven with one knife. Now he tried to condense his divine power on his double swords. The red-robed man who was fighting with black and white Zhuangjian, under constant collision, he suddenly felt that the long sword in his hand became heavy. It felt like he couldn't lift the long sword in his hand. Boom. At this moment, a terrifying soul power suddenly erupted from the double-edged sword of black and white Zhuangjian. His double-edged sword can absorb the soul power of people who died under the blade. Bang! The red-robed man felt his soul being impacted. Swish! Swish! At the moment when his soul was hit, the double-edged sword in the hands of Bai Zhuangjian instantly cut off the opponent's limbs and meridians, and the handle of the sword hit the opponent's stanchion. The ki force rushed into the stanchion, shattering the opponent's stanchion. The red-robed man's eyes darkened and the whole person fell into coma. He raised his hand and grabbed the body of the red-robed man, while Xiao Siwu came to the bodies of the other two, raised his hand and grabbed the two bodies, ready to go back and study them to see if he could find any clues. After the three left, some warriors appeared beside the courtyard, and left quickly when they did not see the bodies. The banker's bank. The body and the unconscious red-robed man were brought back. But he did not get any useful information, because when he asked some questions about the dead man's tomb, his mind was still broken. This dead man's tomb, new tomb owner Li Hangqiu, investigate it, Su Chen said to Xiao Siwu. Yes. I will go to the black market base immediately and report to the 7 dragon heads. Xiao Siwu bowed to Su Chen and left. The Jiangnan region of the Qinglong Club has integrated Kanmen and Baiyan. The intelligence system is very unusual now. I believe that some information will be available soon. After Xiao Siwu left, Su Chen sat on the main chair in the hall and took a look at the lottery card in his mind. First draw 5 lottery cards to see if you have any luck. Get Xiao Oiaohao's full power infusion card, specific character Liang Changbi. Get Xiao Yuanshan's full power infusion card, specific character Qiao Feng. Get the first level supplementary volume of Xiangang breathing method. Get the character Ren Qiangxing, and get a quarter of an hour of sort enlightenment. Seeing this, Su Chen's face was shocked. Xiao Hao, a character in Gulong's novel Xiao Shidai Lang. In the book, Lian Chengbi obtained his skills after killing him. Unexpectedly, this time, a card with Xiao Hao's skills was given. With Xiao Hao's skills, Lian Chengbi's strength will definitely increase greatly, and he may be able to reach the level of sea concentration like Muring Fu. Xiao Yuanshan is a character in Demigods and Semidevils. His strength is about the same as Muring Bo. Qiao Feng has now reached the level of sea concentration, but he has just entered the sea concentration. With Xiao Yuanshan's skills, Qiao Feng's strength will definitely reach the top level of sea concentration. Then check Ren Qiangxing's information. Ren Qiangxing, the son of Guan Yushan in Demon Sword Life and Death Chess. He practices the Dragon Palm, innate energy, and the amazing swordsmanship one sword across the world. In his previous life, he was defeated by Jian Yin, the #1 master in Demon Sword Life and Death Chess. His strength has reached a broken level like Guan Yushan. The third broken level master is also a sword master. The trip to Holy Sword Lake is quite interesting. Su Chen showed a smile on his face. Although Ren Qiangxing is not as pure in swordsmanship as Yan Shizhen and others, he is also an absolutely strong swordsman. Seeing this, Su Chen suddenly remembered that he had obtained the 4 symbols of heaven's will before, and he might pass it on to Ren Qiangxing and Guan Yushan, so that they can practice it. I wonder if it can increase their strength. As for the swordsmanship insights, they are for Su Chen himself. Chapter 744, Lai Family, Lai Fengmian, Lai Yinzhong, Beggar Gang Changes. Jiangnan, Chang County, County Magistrate's Mansion. A man in a purple gold robe was sitting in front of County Magistrate Liu Qingyao. County Magistrate Liu, the trouble with my Lai family disciples was caused by the Beggar Gang. County Magistrate Liu should list the Beggar Gang as a wanted force. The man in the purple gold robe looked at Liu Qingyao with cold eyes. Liu Qingyao, who is wearing a red dress, looked at Lai Fengmian, the second elder of the Lai family in front of her, and felt angry and wanted to curse, but the other party was much stronger than her. Elder Lai, the wanted orders for the Jiangnan area's Jianghu forces are all issued by the Jiangnan Pacification Division. My county magistrate's mansion does not have such power. Elder Lai, please don't embarrass me, Liu Qingyao said hurriedly. In that case, I will take my leave. I hope County Magistrate Li will not regret it. After saying that, Lai Fengmian glanced at Liu Qingyao and left with a wave of his sleeves. Huh? After Lai Fengmian left, Liu Qingyao breathed heavily. Just now, under the suppression of Lai Fengmian's breath, not only was her mind nervous, but even her breathing was extremely unsmooth. A maid in white came in and poured a cup of tea for Lai Fengmian. County Governor, the Lai family is too arrogant. They dare to threaten you directly, the maid complained. At this time, you need to be careful when you speak. His Majesty is injured, the martial arts world is in turmoil, and the Lai family controls the 36 foreign tribes in Jiangnan. There is also the 7th prince behind them. Whether in the court or in the martial arts world, they are not something we can resist. If we are not careful, they may attack us. Have you contacted Qiao Feng of the Beggar Gang? Liu Qingyao asked. The message has been sent, but we haven't received a letter from Qiao Gang leader yet, the maid in white said. Then wait for a while, but looking at Lai Fengmian's appearance, he may take action. I just don't know if it's the Lai family who takes action, or if they ask someone else to do it, Liu Qingyao said. County Governor, if the Lai family wants to take action, it should be easy to purge the disciples of the Beggar Gang. Why do they want us to issue a wanted order for the Beggar Gang? The maid in white said with some confusion. Recently, there have been floods upstream and downstream, and there are many beggars. Who knows which beggars are from the Beggar Gang and which are not? If the Lai family takes action against these ordinary beggars, it will cause a very bad impact and lose face for their Lai family, but once the Beggar Gang is wanted, they can kill these beggars without scruples, and some elders of the Beggar Gang will definitely be lured out. They want to use me to deal with the elders of the Beggar Gang. Once there are casualties among the elders of the Beggar Gang, I will be directly pulled onto the boat by them. At that time, the Beggar Gang may not let me go, so I must not issue this wanted order. Have you found out who else came with Lai Fengmian? Liu Qingyao asked. Except for Lai Fengmian, Lai Yinzhong of the Lai family is here too. The others have not shown up yet, and we haven't investigated them, the maid replied. Lai Yinzhong, the second young man in the Lai family, second only to Lai Guhong, the eldest son of the Lai family. I didn't expect him to come to Chang County and cooperate with Lai Fengmian, the second elder of the Lai family. It seems that he will not stop until the beggar gang is destroyed. Pay close attention to the movements of Lai Fengmian and others, and report to me immediately if there is any situation. Liu Qinggao's face showed a heavy look. Yes, the white-clothed maid nodded. At this moment, on the street outside the county government, Lai Fengmian stepped into a carriage. In the carriage, there was also a young man in a purple robe. His face was noble, handsome, and extraordinary. He sat there with a calm face, but his body was full of true energy. It was Lai Yinzhong who Liu Qinggao and others mentioned just now. Seeing Lai Fengmian enter the carriage, the young man immediately stood up and bowed. Sit down. Lai Fengmian waved his hand. Second elder, Liu Qinggao is not cooperating with us. Seeing that Lai Fengmian looked bad, Lai Yinzhong spoke. It seems that Liu Qinggao doesn't want to be the governor of Chang County. He asked us to communicate with the Jiangnan Pacification Office and asked the Pacification Office to issue a wanted order for the beggar gang, Lai Fengmian said coldly. A trace of murderous intent flashed in his eyes. If their Lai family was a pure underworld force, he would have killed Liu Qinggao with a palm. Second elder, leave Liu Qinggao to me. I have made a breakthrough in my recent practice of yin-yang combination technique. I believe I can take Liu Qinggao down. As long as she practices dual cultivation with me, she will not be able to get rid of my control. Lai Yinzhong showed a wicked smile on his face. Liu Qinggao's strength is at the 9 difficulties of heaven and man. Her strength is even higher than yours. It is a bit difficult to take her down. Lai Fengmian looked at Lai Yinzhong and said. Second elder, although I am not as strong as her, she cannot match my poison skills. I will host a banquet for Liu Qinggao tonight. When she is poisoned by me, she will have no choice but to let me kill her, and I will host a banquet for Liu Qinggao. I believe the people of the beggar gang will know about it and will definitely send people to investigate. Then we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We can capture Liu Qinggao and the beggar gang's investigators and find out the address of the beggar gang headquarters, Liu Yinzhong said. Okay, this matter will be left to you. You must control Liu Qinggao tonight. You deal with Liu Qinggao. I have to go to Yanwang village, Lai Fengmian said. Second elder, rest assured, I will definitely get things done tonight. Lai Yinzhong's eyes were very confident. The carriage was moving forward on the streets of the downtown. However, a beggar at the corner of the street glanced at the carriage, picked up the broken bowl in front of him, and entered the alley. In the evening, in a remote and dilapidated temple in the city, the 8-bag elder of the beggar gang, Jin Yuanling, was in the dilapidated temple. A beggar with 3 bags on his waist ran in quickly with a bamboo stick. Elder Jin, the second elder of the Lai family, Lai Fengmian, entered the county magistrate's mansion this afternoon. He was not in for a long time and looked very bad when he came out. Now he has left the city and should be heading to Yanwang village according to the direction, and Lai Yinzhong of the Lai family booked the entire Blue Star building to entertain county magistrate Liu Qinggao at night. The 3-bag disciple reported the information he had found to Jin Yuanling. Keep watching their whereabouts and report any information in time, Jin Yuanling said. Yes, the 3-bag disciple left quickly. After Jin Yuanling pondered for a moment, he came to the stone statue of the ruined temple and pushed it gently. A secret room appeared. He turned and entered the secret cave. There was a secret room in the secret cave. The secret room was very spacious, but Jin Yuanling did not stay in the secret room. Instead, he pressed his palm on a stone wall, and the stone door suddenly opened, revealing a secret passage. Jin Yuanling entered the secret passage. The exit was a simple courtyard. This is a hall of the beggar gang. 9-bag elder Lu Yaowei and 8-bag elder Tian Hu were among them. I'm back. What's the news? Lu Yaowei looked at Jin Yuanling and said. Lai Fengmian went to Yanwang village. He should want to use Yanwang village to deal with us. Lai Yinzhong of the Lai family booked the Blue Star building to entertain Liu Qinggao. I want to go and check it out in person to see what they are talking about, Jin Yuanling said. Hearing Jin Yuanling's words, Lu Yaowei's eyes condensed slightly. It's better to check it out first to see what tricks they are playing. It happens that the gang leader will be here tonight. I will report to the gang leader then, Lu Yaowei said. Chapter 745, Lai Yinzhong's ambition to plot against Liu Qinggao. The night was bright. The lights were bright inside the Blue Star building. But although the lights were bright here, it seemed very quiet. Because this place was reserved by Lai Yinzhong of the Lai family to invite Liu Qingyao, the governor of Chang County. Inside the Blue Star building, Lai Yinzhong, who was dressed elegantly, looked at the portraits in front of him with a sinister smile on his face. These paintings were all portraits of Liu Qingyao in red. In the portraits, Liu Qingyao exuded the charm of a mature woman. Liu Qingyao, I came here specifically for you, otherwise I should have gone to the Holy Sword Lake, Lai Yinzhong murmured. For other visitors who like young girls, Lai Yinzhong, likes women like Liu Qingyao. Because these people are not only plump, but also suitable for his dual cultivation, which can improve with strength. Young Master Lai, it's not good for you to look at Liu Qingyao's portrait in front of me. At this time, a tall woman in a purple skirt slowly came towards Lai Yinzhong. The woman was about 30 years old and had a very charming look with long black hair. When she moved, her thighs were spread apart, revealing her fair skin. Are you jealous? Tonight you can serve me together with Liu Qingyao, Lai Yinzhong said to the woman who walked to his side. Young Master Lai is really a bit bad, but I like you. If young Master Lai takes down Liu Qingyao, he can infiltrate the Purple Shirt Palace. In time, the Purple Shirt Palace will be in your hands, young Master Lai. By then, your strength will definitely surpass Lai Guhong and become the first of the young generation of the Lai family. The purple skirt woman showed a sweet smile on her face and said with a smile. Listening to the words of the purple-skirted woman, a gleam of sternness flashed in Lai Yinzhong's eyes. Zizhuan, you know some things, but you can't say it out, otherwise, the consequences will be very serious. Liu Qingyao is the third disciple of the first palace master of Purple Shirt Palace. If he controls Liu Qingyao, he will have the opportunity to infiltrate Purple Shirt Palace. Although the Purple Shirt Palace is not a first-class force in the Jiangnan area, it is also a second-class force, not to mention that there are mostly women in Purple Shirt Palace. It is very beneficial for him to control it in his hands. Young Master Lai, my life and property belong to you. I am speaking the truth. Everything is for young Master Lai. The purple-skirted woman hugged Lai Yinzhong and said. Of course I know, otherwise, you would be dead now. I asked you to arrange it. Have you arranged it? No accidents can happen here tonight, Liu Yinzhong said. Don't worry, Master Lai. I have already arranged everything. Liu Qingyao can't leave, and the people from the Beggars sect can't leave either. I have almost found out about the Beggars sect. Feng, whose strength is concentrated in the sea, is not in Chang County for the time being. There is only one 9-bag elder and two 8-bag elders in Chang County. Even if all three come, they can't leave, Zizhuan said. Okay, Lai Yinzhong smiled, and a flame appeared in his hand, turning the portrait in front of him into ashes. The night deepened. Liu Qingyao's gorgeous carriage appeared outside the Blue Star building. This Lai Yinzhong made such a big fuss to invite me. Is this for the Beggars sect to see? Liu Qingyao got off the carriage and looked at the Blue Star building in front of him, thinking to herself. The Blue Star building is the most famous restaurant in Chang County. The consumption amount is very high. Lai Yinzhong has to spend a lot of money to book the restaurant. Liu Qingyao did not come alone, but with 3 maids in white. Liu Zhenshou, Lai Xiao, we have been waiting for the Zhenshou here for a long time. The manager came up to entertain Liu Qingyao as soon as he saw her. Yes, Liu Qingyao was slightly stunned and frowned when she heard this, but she just nodded. The 4 of them walked into the building. In a luxurious room, Lai Yinzhong and a woman in a purple dress were in the room. Seeing the purple dress woman, Liu Qingyao's expression moved. Chang County, Mingyu Tower Master Zixuan, I didn't expect you to be here too, Liu Qingyao said. Liu Zhenshou, Lai Xiao was afraid that you would be lonely, so he asked me to accompany you. Zixuan looked at Liu Qingyao and said, with a strange look in her eyes. The loneliness she said was not just loneliness. Liu Zhenshou, please sit down. Lai Yinzhong stepped forward and waved his hand to invite Liu Qingyao to sit down. Liu Qingyao sat down opposite Lai Yinzhong. 3 maids stood behind her. Soon, all kinds of delicacies were served. Liu Zhenshou, I'll toast you first. Zizhuan picked up the wine glass and drank the wine in the glass. Liu Qingyao picked up the wine glass and drank a glass and said, Young Master Lai, you invited me here this time, it should not be just for drinking. Liu Zhenshou said so directly, so I will get straight to the point. It's still about the Beggars sect. What the second elder of my Lai family said today, please consider it again. When Lai Yinzhong spoke, a smile appeared in the depths of his eyes. Liu Kangyo didn't guard at all and drank the wine in the glass. His plan has been successful for a large part. I really can't help anyone with the beggar's sect. This matter requires the Southern Pacification Division to come forward. Liu Kangyo shook her head. Liu Zhenshou, helping my Lai family, but being able to gain the friendship of my Lai family is still beneficial for you to go further. Lai Yinzhong looked at Liu Kangyo and said, I'm afraid I don't have the ability to go further. I haven't even figured out Chang County yet. Liu Kangyo shook her head. She would feel pressured in front of Lai Fengyan, but in front of Lai Yinzhong, Liu Kangyo had no pressure. It seems that County Governor Liu is determined to protect the beggar's sect and become an enemy of my Lai family. I originally wanted to complete the task easily, but I didn't expect that we would still turn against each other. County Governor Liu, didn't you feel any abnormal movement in your body? I added something to the glass of wine just now, and that thing can make County Governor Liu's body hot, Lai Yinzhong said grimly. Puff. Just as he finished speaking, Liu Kangyo spit out a mouthful of wine from her mouth. Lai Yinzhong, do you think I don't have any defense against you? Liu Kangyo looked at Lai Yinzhong with cold eyes. This guy actually attacked her. At this moment, she had the idea of killing him with a palm. But she held back. Well, it seems that I underestimated County Governor Liu. Lai Yinzhong's face showed a slight surprise. He didn't expect Liu Kangyo to have this trick. Humph. Liu Kangyo stood up. Let's go, he said to the three maids in white behind him. The three maids in white stepped forward. Suddenly, one of the maids suddenly slapped out with a palm, and the speed was so fast that the palm print landed on Liu Kangyo's back. Liu Kangyo, who was not prepared, was hit by this palm and spurted out a mouthful of blood, and her body stumbled. Seeing this, the two maids beside the maid in white attacked the woman at the same time. Swish. Swish. At this time, 6 swordsmen appeared outside the door, and the long swords in their hands instantly attacked the two maids like a rainstorm. Enveloped by the sword light, the two women were defeated and died tragically in the hands of the 6 swordsmen in an instant. Liu County Magistrate, I will of course make full preparations when I attack you. Your maid is really good, but it's a pity that under my dual cultivation method, she can only obey me obediently. Lai Yinzhong came to the side of the woman who attacked earlier. It's just a pity for a maid, she is not worthy of this young master. As he spoke, his palm suddenly slapped out and landed on the girl's head. Bang! The maid's head instantly shattered, and blood covered Lai Yinzhong's palm. Chapter 746, Qiao Feng appears, the 18 Shadows of Xianlong. Lai Yinzhong, you? Liu Kangyo was furious when she saw this, and stared at Lai Yinzhong with ferocious eyes. Being angry is useless. If you had drunk that wine just now, no one would have died, and you could have felt endless happiness. Lai Yinzhong looked at Liu Kangyo with a wicked smile on his face. You use this despicable method to deal with me. Even if I die, I will not let you succeed, Liu Kangyo said sternly. Although she said so, while she was speaking, she suddenly kicked the ground with her feet and rushed towards Lai Yinzhong. At this time, as long as she captured Lai Yinzhong first, she would have a chance to leave. Even if she couldn't leave, she would fight to the death. She slapped Lai Yinzhong with her palm. Liu Zhenshou, I'm here? You don't have a chance. Zixun, who was beside Lai Yinzhong, kept staring at Liu Kangyo. When Liu Kangyo moved, a purple longsword appeared in her palm, and the true energy in her body rushed into the purple longsword crazily. A terrifying purple sword light burst out from the longsword, and instantly enveloped Liu Kangyo. And after the purple sword light was shrouded, it also carried a breath of thunder and lightning. Purple thunder kill. The sword light was dense and powerful. Liu Kangyo's palm collided with the sword light. The injured body was directly shocked back to the window inside the house. Liu Kangyo turned around and slapped out with her palm. The window behind her collapsed and her body fell down. Too naive. Since I have taken action, how could I let you have the opportunity to leave? Don't underestimate me, Lai Yinzhong. Lai Yinzhong walked to the window and looked at Liu Kangyo, who fell in the middle of the hall in the building, with a cruel smile in his eyes. In front of Liu Kangyo, an old man in a black robe was standing. Liu Zhenshou should go upstairs obediently. In my hands, you have no chance. The old man in black robe looked at Liu Kangyo with cold eyes. Liu Kangyo's face was solemn. She could feel the energy bursting out of the other party. The energy was like the sea. He was a strong man at the level of Danshan Huahei, much stronger than her. But she decided not to be reconciled to becoming someone else's puppet. No matter what, he had to fight. The inner ki circulated rapidly, and the red robe became more charming under this ki. He raised his palm. Blood Evil Remnant Shadow Palm. He stepped out and slapped his palm. The palm turned into countless blood-colored palms in an instant. HMPH. You overestimate your ability, seeing that Liu Kangyo was still going to attack. The old man snorted coldly, stepped on his foot, and the ki in his body swept out, and suddenly a cold air filled the surroundings. He raised his palm and slapped it. Bang! Liu Kangyo was knocked away by a palm and hit the stone pillar in the hall. Puff! A mouthful of blood spurted out. If the young master didn't want to keep you, this palm would have broken your internal organs. The old man in black looked at Liu Kangyo and said coldly. After speaking, he stepped forward and raised his hand to grab Liu Kangyo. Suddenly, his eyes condensed slightly, and his palm punched towards a certain place. Bang! The punch exploded. A figure appeared in the dark, without stopping, and rushed towards the door in an instant. You were discovered by this old man. Do you think you can get away? The old man who made the move snorted coldly. With a move of his footsteps, his body turned into a residual shadow and quickly appeared at the door of the hall. Boom! The terrifying energy burst out and swept towards the figure. The figure was instantly shocked back to the hall. The 8-bag elder Jin Yuanling of the beggar gang, a good harvest. Lai Yin's Hong upstairs looked at Jin Yuanling who appeared, and sneered. All his goals tonight were achieved? It seems that you set up the game tonight. Jin Yuanling looked at Lai Yin's Hong with a serious look in his eyes. You beggar gang can hide, right? Since you don't come out, I will lure you out, shatter his danshan and meridians, take him away, and be sure to ask about the situation of the beggar gang. A group of beggars dared to challenge the majesty of my life family. You must be slaughtered. Lai Yin's Hong's tone was cold and full of disdain. The old man received Lai Yin's Hong's order and stepped towards Jin Yuanlinger. The terrifying ki on his body suppressed Jin Yuanling. The old man's danshan turned into a sea. Jin Yuanling was only in the 8th level of heaven and man. Facing the opponent's ki suppression like a tide, the ki in his body surged wildly to break free from this bondage. But when he broke free from the bondage, the old man in black robe had already appeared in front of Jin Yuanling. His face was ferocious, and his palm went towards Jin Yuanling's chest. Jin Yuanling's face changed drastically. Suddenly, at this moment, a layer of thrilling and terrifying aura suddenly appeared in the hall. The black-robed old man who made the move seemed to be suppressed by the terrifying aura. He didn't move at all. Bang! A figure fell down, and his palm appeared in front of the black-robed old man. The palm was like holding up the sky. Bang! The black-robed old man was smashed like a watermelon under the palm. Plop! The headless body fell to the ground, allowing time and space to return to normal. Qiao Feng, the leader of the beggars sect, Qiao Feng, Lai Yin's Hong on the top of the pavilion saw the figure in the hall and his face changed. Stop him! Then Lai Yin's Hong roared. Ha! 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 Dozens of figures appeared in the hall. Kill! They rushed towards Qiao Feng at the same time. Qiao Feng frowned slightly. He shouted die and the sound of dragon roar suddenly burst out of his mouth. In an instant, the violent sound rang in the hall. Those who attacked Qiao Feng groaned in an instant, their heads roared, and blood spurted out, and they fell to the ground. Seeing Qiao Feng's strength, the injured Liu Kangyo was horrified. Is his strength so strong? Liu Kangyo thought to herself. When Lai Yin's Hong led people to stop Qiao Feng, he turned around and headed to another place. Qiao Feng's strength, according to the information he had received before, was a strong man with a concentrated mind in the sea. The people downstairs only helped him stop Qiao Feng for a while, giving him a chance to escape. But these people simply couldn't do this. Come down. Qiao Feng looked at the two figures on the pavilion, raised his palms, and two streams of energy appeared in his hands, grabbing the two people. The two people who turned around and wanted to leave were directly pulled down by this energy. Bang! Bang! The two bodies fell to the ground. The Lai family is so arrogant that they want to slaughter my beggars sect disciples. Today I will take off your head and see how your Lai family slaughters my beggars sect disciples. Qiao Feng looked at Lai Yin's Hong who fell to the ground, with a murderous intent in his eyes. Qiao Feng, you want to kill me? You can't do it, Uncle Tai. Take action. Kill him for me. Kill him, Lai Yin's Hong roared. At this time, a man in a gray robe walked out from a place. When this gray-robed man walked out, the surrounding space suddenly became still. A terrifying aura burst out from the other party. This aura condensed and pressed towards Qiao Feng's body. Qiao Feng's eyes turned cold. God's power suppression, you want to suppress me with your power, boom. A golden light suddenly appeared on Qiao Feng's body. In this golden light, there were 18 golden dragon shadows floating in it. This was the divine power that Qiao Feng had comprehended, the 18 shadows of the heavenly dragon. Roar. The 18 dragon shadows roared. The divine power suppression that the opponent burst out was instantly shattered, and it pressed back against the opponent. The gray-robed man suddenly felt his body sink, and a look of shock appeared on his face. According to the information he got, Qiao Feng had just stepped into the sea to concentrate. How could there be such a terrifying divine power when he just stepped into the sea to concentrate? He tried his best to burst out his divine power, trying to shake off the suppression of Qiao Feng's divine power. But at this moment, Qiao Feng roared. Suddenly, the sound of 18 dragon roars instantly rushed into the opponent's mind. The gray-robed man's mind roared and hummed, and his whole mind and body seemed to be out of his body in an instant. At this time, Qiao Feng stretched out his palm and slapped the opponent's body. The terrifying palm power instantly poured into the opponent's body. Bang! The opponent's internal organs and bones exploded instantly. Ah! The opponent came back to his senses at this moment, but he let out a miserable cry, and then fell to the ground with a thud. His death was horrible. Qiao Feng looked at Lai Yinzhong. Stepping forward, seeing Qiao Feng stepping forward, Lai Yinzhong was horrified. The sea concentrated guardian arranged by the family was killed by Qiao Feng with a palm. Qiao Feng's strength was extremely terrifying. Your guardian is dead, so you should die too. Qiao Feng raised his palm. No, you can't kill me. I can tell you the real purpose of our Lai family coming to Chang County this time, Lai Yinzhong said quickly. Tell me, I won't take action, Qiao Feng said with a serious look. The owner of the Jinzhe of Yan Wangzhe recently obtained a strange book called Blood Sacrifice Technique. The second elder came here for this, Lai Yinzhong said hurriedly. What exactly is the blood sacrifice technique? I don't know. Only the second elder knows the details. How come your Lai family knows that Yan Wang village has obtained this thing? Qiao Feng asked in a deep voice. Because the owner of Yan Wang village, Jin, is a sister of my Lai family's wife. In fact, Yan Wang village is also a force secretly controlled by my Lai family, Lai Yinzhong said. While speaking, he came in front of Zixuan. Suddenly he raised his hand and slapped Zixuan's chest. Bang! Zixuan was blown away by the palm, and blood spurted out of her mouth, with confusion in her eyes. Why did you attack me? She stuttered. You heard something you shouldn't have heard, Lai Yinzhong sighed. Then he looked at Qiao Feng. Boss Qiao, can I leave now? Qiao Feng looked at Lai Yinzhong with a condensed look in his eyes. He was really a ruthless man. He didn't say anything. Seeing that Qiao Feng didn't say anything, Lai Yinzhong showed a happy look on his face. He turned and walked towards the door. Just as he was about to reach the door, Jin Yuanling suddenly appeared, and the bamboo stick in his hand instantly shot out like a meteor. Lai Yinzhong had been alert all the time, and when he saw someone attacking, he clapped his hands suddenly. But suddenly a cold snort appeared, and Lai Yinzhong's mind paused, and his palm movement slowed down. Swish! Jin Yuanling's bamboo stick instantly penetrated the opponent's back. Lai Yinzhong turned his head and looked at Qiao Feng. If Qiao Feng hadn't snorted just now, his movements would not have stopped, and he would not have died at the hands of Jin Yuanling. Chapter 747, I will kill him without waiting for him to come. Shihu Mountain is located at the intersection of Chang County, Cheyenne County and Changayu County. There is a lake on one side and a mountain with dense forests on the other. Across the lake is Changayu County and behind the mountain is Cheyenne County. Because it is located at the intersection of the three counties, it is also the most convenient place for travel between the three counties. Many people gather here. Where there are people, there is the Jianghu. When there are Jianghu people, the Jianghu forces will take root. The strongest force in Shihu Mountain is Yan Wang village. The Jingguan, built with countless white bones and skulls at the entrance of Yan Wang village, makes people feel cold. Inside the village, it is dark and cold, and the bloody atmosphere is filled. In a room, a man wearing a blood-colored robe, with dull skin, fierce eyes, and endless blood all over his body, is standing in front of Li Fengyan, the second elder of the Li family. This blood-robed man is the Jin Yanwang of Yanwang village. At this moment, Li Fengyan is looking at a bloody picture of human skin on the table in front of him. This blood sacrifice technique is not ordinary. Where did you find it? Li Fengyan put away the human skin blood map and put it in his arms. We robbed a caravan. This human skin blood map is in the dark layer of the wooden box. There is a blood bead on the wooden box. If I didn't have a special perception of blood and ki, I wouldn't have noticed this human skin blood map, Jin Yanwang said. What about the people in the caravan? Li Fengyan asked. They were all slaughtered. You also know that my people never leave anyone alive when they take action, Jin Yanwang said. Is that so? I will take this blood sacrifice technique back, but you must be careful when practicing this technique. Stop immediately if something goes wrong, Li Fengyan said. Don't worry, I know what I am doing. There are also the girls who practice yin-yang skills that you asked me to find for you. I got you 20 people. You can use them at any time, Jin Yanwang said. Hearing Jin Yanwang's words, Li Fengyan smiled. Wait until I finish dealing with the beggar gang, and then come to you, Li Fengyan said. It's just a group of beggars forming a gang. I can help you kill them, Jin Yanwang said coldly. He didn't take the beggars gang seriously at all. The leader of the beggars gang, Feng, has the power of concentrating his mind in the sea. We can't be careless, Li Fengyan said. I have read Feng's information. From the feedback, it seems that he has been concentrating his mind in the sea for a short time. Although his power is strong or weak, he has not had enough time to settle down. What's more, in addition to Feng, the beggars gang only has 1 heavenly man 9 difficulties and 2 heavenly man 8 difficulties. It would be easy to destroy them, Jin Yanwang said coldly. Killing them is not difficult, but finding them is difficult. There are too many beggars due to floods. The Li family cannot kill beggars for no reason. This will have a great impact on the reputation of the Li family. I originally wanted to ask Liu Qingao to issue a wanted order, so that I could kill those beggars for a reason, but she didn't know what was good for her. If it wasn't for the fact that Purple Shirt Palace was relying on the 7th prince, I really wanted to slap her to death, Li Fengyan said. It's not easy for you to do it, but I can arrange for someone to do it. I will mobilize the people in the mountain stronghold, and go to Chang County tomorrow to kill all the beggars in the city. It will also enhance the reputation of my Yanwang village, Jin Yanwang said. This is also one of the reasons why I came to you, but I don't know what Yin Zhong's plan is. Li Fengyan couldn't help but think of Li Yinzhong. Li Yinzhong was going to take action against Liu Qingao tonight. At this time, a figure ran into the room with a nervous look. What happened? Seeing the figure, Jin Yanwang's eyes condensed. Lord Yanwang, there's news from Chang County City that young Master Li is dead, the person who came said. What? Hearing the words of the person who came, Li Fengyan was startled and asked in a stern voice, You said Li Yinzhong is dead? When Li Fengyan spoke, his face was ferocious, and a terrifying aura appeared around him, filling the room, like an invisible wave, constantly rising and falling, and a flame was faintly rising between the ups and downs, as if it was going to burn the whole room, making people feel an invisible suffocation. Yes, second elder, this is the news just received from Chang County City. Young Master Li invited Liu Qingao to a banquet at the Blue Star Building, but only Liu Qingao came out of the Blue Star Building. The smell of corpse powder in the Blue Star Building is strong, and no other corpses were seen. It should have been destroyed by Liu Qingao, the person who came said. Liu Qingao, you dare to kill someone from my Li family, I will destroy the Purple Shirt Palace. Li Fengyan's eyes were filled with murderous intent. You go first. The golden Yanwang beside Li Fengyan waved his hand. The man in black quickly left the room. King Jin was not angry about the second elder, because he was not from the Li family. He only cared about his nephew, Li Guhong, the first person in the direct line of the Li family. It was just right for him to have someone like Li Yinzhong who had an influence on his nephew die. The second elder's matter is probably not simple. Yinzhong should be protected by a strong man who can concentrate his spirit in the sea. How could Liu Qingao kill Yinzhong? Also, how dare Liu Qingao kill Yinzhong? King Jin said. Hearing King Jin's words, Li Fengyan's angry expression gradually recovered. Liu Qingao was backed by the Purple Shirt Palace. The strongest person in the Purple Shirt Palace was Liu Qingao's master, whose strength was only at the level of Danshan Transformation C, and he could not do this at all. It is indeed a bit strange. It seems that I have to return to Chang County City to investigate it clearly, said Lai Fengmian. Second Elder, the incident has already happened. We can't find out anything if we return now. It's better to go to Zishan Palace tomorrow and let Zishan Palace give you an explanation. If you don't give an explanation, I will destroy Zishan Palace. The women in Zishan Palace are very popular, Jin Yan Wang said with a smile. Tonight, I will stay in Yan Wang village and take the people prepared for me into the secret room. I want to practice, Lai Fengmian said. Okay. I will arrange it immediately, Jin Yan Wang replied. At this moment, in the governor's mansion of Chang County, Liu Qinggao's face was pale and her expression was solemn. Lai Yinzhong died, but she didn't. She was the only one who walked out of the Blue Star building. The Lai family will never let her go, and may even take action against the Zishan Palace behind her. Governor Liu is worried about the Lai family. Opposite Liu Qinggao, Qiao Feng was sitting. I'm worried about the Lai family. Now the news of Lai Yinzhong's death has probably spread to Yanwang village. Even if Lai Fengmian doesn't look for me tonight, he will look for me tomorrow. Actually, I'm not afraid of him looking for me. I'm afraid that Lai Fengmian will look for Purple Shirt Palace, and Purple Shirt Palace can't stop Lai Fengmian, Liu Qinggao said worriedly. Wouldn't it be better to kill him? I've arranged for the Beggar's sect to keep an eye on the movements of Yanwang village, and report as soon as there is any news. Just kill him before he reaches the county city or your Purple Shirt Palace, Qiao Feng said calmly. Yanwang village is in a dangerous place with many traps. Although his strength has increased, he may not be able to kill the opponent in that environment after breaking into Yanwang village. If the opponent escapes, it will be even more troublesome. It is better to kill him directly on the way back. Hearing what Qiao Feng said, Liu Qinggao was stunned, and then said, when you killed Liu Yinzhong, you should have had this idea. Qiao Gang leader really deserves to be Qiao Gang leader, but in Qiao Feng's gang, Lai Fengmian is the second elder of the Lai family, and he's a well-known master. You can't be careless, don't worry, it's not difficult to kill him. Chapter 748, Stop and Kill Me on the Road. The next day, outside the county city, at a three-way intersection, this is the only way for Shihu Mountain to return to the county city. At the intersection, on a tea stall, the weather was hot, and some pedestrians and wanderers stopped here to rest. Do you know? Last night, Lai Yinzhong invited our county governor Liu to a banquet and booked the entire Blue Star building, but in the end only the seriously injured county governor Liu came out, and the others disappeared. What do you mean disappeared? It is rumored that the bodies in the building were all dissolved by corpse powder. I think Lai Yinzhong is probably in danger. Lai Yinzhong is the second direct descendant of the Lai family. If he dies, the anger of the Lai family will not burn toward Chang County. Who knows this, but what does it have to do with us? It's probably related to the county governor and the Purple Shirt Palace. After all, only county governor Liu came out and was seriously injured. There must have been a big battle before, the people on the tea stall discussed, while a group of people were discussing. A figure wearing a bamboo hat walked into the tea stall. Boss, a pot of top-grade Chang herbal tea. The voice of the visitor was deep. Okay, the waiter at the tea stall shouted and quickly prepared. After a while, a pot of cold tea was served. No wine, it's a little short, the man in the bamboo hat sighed in his heart. It was Qiao Feng who came. He got the news that Lai Fengmian had come out of Yanwang village. When he came out, no one from Yanwang village followed him. It was just as he guessed. Although Yanwang village secretly belonged to the Lai family, the Lai family was a Jiangnan clan and the mother family of the current 7th prince. On the surface, they had to keep a certain distance from these forces. After getting rid of Lai Fengmian this time, we have to find a way to attack Yanwang village. However, the foundation of the beggar gang is too poor and there are not many masters. If we attack Yanwang village, I am afraid there will be heavy casualties. We need to plan well, Qiao Feng pondered in his heart. A force like Yanwang village is already within his eradication range. Now he knows the relationship between Yanwang village and Lai family, and his determination to eradicate it is even stronger. Drink tea calmly. Do you know? Recently, many women practicing yin qi techniques have been captured in Yanwang village. I'm afraid that none of these people came back alive after entering Yanwang village, one person said. Yanwang village has committed many evil deeds in our 3 counties. I don't know why the Jiangnan Zhenfu division didn't eradicate them. Eradication. The Zhenfu division of the 3 counties doesn't have a decent master. To deal with Yanwang village, isn't that just delivering food to them?" While they were talking, a figure appeared on the official road not far away. Although the figure's steps seemed slow, it took a long step and appeared not far from the tea stall in the blink of an eye. "Here I come." Qiao Feng put down the teacup in his hand. He stood up. With a move of his feet, he turned into a residual shadow and appeared in the middle of the road, blocking Lai Fengmian's way. Lai Fengmian paused and looked at the figure blocking him with gloomy eyes. "Who are you?" The voice was cold and fierce, and a terrifying true ki wave appeared on his body, pressing towards the newcomer. The terrifying true ki collided with the air, forming an invisible gust of wind. Qiao Feng's robe fluttered in the strong wind. "Elder Lai, haven't you been looking for me?" Qiao Feng took off his bamboo hat, threw it aside, and looked at Lai Fengmian. Qiao Feng of the Beggar's Sect. Seeing Qiao Feng's face, Lai Fengmian's eyes condensed. "Qiao Feng, Lai Fengmian, the second elder of the Lai family." At this moment, the people on the tea stall also recognized the identities of the two. Needless to say, the second elder of the Lai family, Chang County, is actually under the control of the Lai family. As a martial artist in Chang County, you must recognize the second elder of the Lai family. Qiao Feng, the leader of the Beggar's Sect that has just risen in Jiangnan. Although the strength of the Beggar's Sect may not be strong, the number of people is definitely large. Some people secretly define the Beggar's Sect as the largest gang in Jiangnan or the world. Because the disciples of this gang are beggars. There are so many beggars in the world. If these beggars are all disciples of the Beggar's Sect, then in terms of numbers, there is indeed no force that can match the Beggar's Sect. The Beggar's Sect developed from Chang County, so Qiao Feng, the leader of the Beggar's Sect, is very famous in the martial arts world of Chang County. "Qiao Feng, you wait here for me. It seems that you did what happened at the Blue Star building last night." Lai Fengmian looked at Qiao Feng coldly. "I did it. I waited here for Elder Lai to kill him." Qiao Feng's voice was not loud, but it was clearly imprinted in everyone's mind. Hearing this, whether it was the Jianghu people at the tea stall or the pedestrians on the road, their faces changed. "You are so arrogant to kill me, Qiao Feng." Lai Fengmian's eyes burst with murderous intent. With a step, the true energy around his body flowed, and the flowing true energy was red. For a moment, the already hot weather became even hotter. Divine power, red earth flame. Lai Fengmian instantly burst out his own divine power, which was a divine power that was realized by combining their Lai family's unique skills, red flame divine art. There was a C-concentrated strongman next to Lai Yinsong. Qiao Feng appeared and admitted that he killed Lai Yinsong, which meant that the C-concentrated strongman who was protecting Lai Yinsong was dead. As for whether he died at the hands of Qiao Feng, he didn't know. But for the sake of caution, he still burst out with all his strength. Qiao Feng, the leader of the Beggar's Sect, is not a reckless person. Very strong divine power. Qiao Feng looked at the divine power that burst out from the other party, his eyes condensed. If it weren't for his recent increase in power, he might not be able to resist such divine power. Divine power, 18 shadows of the sky dragon. A golden aura burst out behind him, and 18 dragon shadows emerged in the divine power. The divine power suppression that had previously enveloped him was instantly eliminated. Seeing the dragon shadow divine power burst out from Qiao Feng, Lai Fengmian's eyes showed a look of surprise. Kill, red flame fist. Lai Fengmian's body came towards Qiao Feng like lightning. The flame true energy condensed in his palm, and he punched out with a fist, and the terrifying flame true energy enveloped him like the sun. The strong palm power formed a terrifying pressure that spread to the surroundings. Qiao Feng's eyes condensed slightly, raised his palm, and the terrifying golden energy surged out from his palm. The 18 dragon subduing palms were instantly slapped out. 18 golden dragon shadows burst out from Qiao Feng's palms. For a moment, the surrounding heaven and earth roared, with a power that suppressed everything and destroyed everything. 18 dragon roars roared out, spreading through the void and shaking people's minds. Under this momentum, some warriors on the tea stalls and pedestrians not far away felt as if their hearts were pressed down by a heavy mountain, and their minds were out of control, producing a sense of fear. Boom! The dragon shadow collided with a red-hot fist force. A rumbling sound broke out. The red sun-like fist force gradually disappeared under the dragon shadow. Finally, the palms of both parties collided with each other, and Li Fengmian only felt a terrifying true energy in the other's palm, violently pouring into his body. Bang! The whole body flew backwards, looking at Qiao Feng in horror. You hide your strength? Didn't you break through the sea of concentration not long ago? Li Fengmian looked at Qiao Feng and said. But when he said this, his internal organs burst with a bang, and the whole person was out of breath in the blink of an eye. You will never see my specific strength. Qiao Feng glanced at Li Fengmian's body, searched his body, and collected what he found. He raised his hand to grab the bamboo hat that he had thrown aside, put it on, and turned to leave. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 749, Heroic Invitation, Encirclement and Killing of Yanwang Village. County Magistrate's Mansion. Liu Qingyao looked anxious. She had been waiting for the news of Qiao Feng's move. It has already happened. You have to calm down. Since this Qiao gang leader dared to take action, he must be sure to deal with Li Fengmian. Next to Liu Qingyao, there were two people sitting. One of them was slender, beautiful, and had a cold look in his eyes. He was wearing a long green dress. It was Liu Yun, the first palace master of Purple Shirt Palace, and also Liu Qingyao's master. Liu Qingyao was an orphan and was adopted by Liu Yun since she was a child, so she took Liu Yun's last name. There was also an old slave with a hunched body and a cane in his hand. He was Yang Yun, the first palace elder of the Purple Shirt Palace. It was Liu Yun who just spoke. Compared with Liu Qingyao's nervousness, Liu Yun was considering what kind of changes would occur after Li Fengmian's death. The changes might be a bit big. The second person of the young generation of the Li family, plus a second elder, the Li family will definitely be furious, and the anger may burn to Chang County and Purple Shirt Palace. No matter what, we can't resist, Liu Yun sighed. The Li family is too strong. If they start, Purple Shirt Palace, will probably be destroyed. Thinking of this, Liu Yun frowned slightly. At this time, a figure walked in. County Governor, news came from outside the city that Qiao Feng of the beggar gang killed Li Fengmian, the second elder of the Li family, at the fork in the road on the way back from Shihu Mountain. According to the information sent back, Qiao Feng killed Li Fengmian forcefully and admitted that Li Yinzhong's death was caused by him. The man bowed and said, "Forced killing? Li Fengmian had entered the sea to concentrate his mind a long time ago. How could he be killed by Qiao Feng who had just entered the sea to concentrate his mind not long ago?" Purple Shirt Palace, Liu Yun showed surprise on her face. Previously, she thought Qiao Feng would win, but she didn't expect the other party to win so easily. Palace Master, now that Qiao Feng has admitted that Liu Yinzhong of the Liu family died at his hands, the Li family has no excuse to deal with us. Purple Shirt Palace, the old slave on the side spoke. I hope so, but given the Li family's style of doing things, I'm afraid it won't happen. We still have to be careful, Liu Yun said. Then Master, do you still want to meet Leader Qiao? Liu Qingyao said. Last night, she passed on the matter of Li Yinzhong to the sect, and her master came with Elder Yang in the morning. Since you are here, of course I have to meet him. I also want to meet this leader of the Beggars sect, Liu Yun said. After today's battle, the Beggars sect's momentum in Chang County will definitely suppress their Purple Shirt Palace. She wants to meet Qiao Feng to confirm who Qiao Feng is and what he thinks. Chang County has always been dominated by their Purple Shirt Palace. Otherwise, Liu Qingyao would not have been able to become the governor of Chang County. The rise of the Beggars sect is very unfavorable to their Purple Shirt Palace. At this moment, on the other side, in the King of Hell village, King Jin was sitting on a tiger skin chair in the village, waiting for Li Fengmian to send him a message. At that time, he would lead people to destroy the Purple Shirt Palace. The women of the Purple Shirt Palace are very popular. If he can sell them, he will definitely get a lot of resources. Report. At this time, a man with a long knife entered the hall. Big Village Master, the second elder of the Li family was killed by Qiao Feng of the beggar gang when he was heading to Chang County City, the man with the knife said loudly. What? You said Li Fengmian was killed by Qiao Feng? Jin Yanwang looked at the man with the knife with cold eyes. Yes, the body of Elder Li was secretly transported back by the disciples in the village. It is already in the inner hall. The man with the knife said, "Let's go." Jin Yanwang turned and headed towards the inner hall. After a while, he came to the inner hall, where Li Fengmian's body was placed on a white cloth. A man wearing an iron mask was checking Li Fengmian's body. It was the Iron Yanwang of Yanwang village. Seeing Jin Yanwang appear, Iron King said, "One strike shattered Elder Li's internal organs. Qiao Feng's palm power is extremely strong. It is completely different from the information we have previously explored. It is impossible that he has just stepped into the sea and concentrated his mind for a short time. This Qiao Feng is hiding his strength," Iron King said in a deep voice. Golden King looked at Li Fengmian's body. "Is there anything on Elder Li's body?" Golden King thought of the blood sacrifice technique that Li Fengmian took away. "There is nothing. Qiao Feng took away everything on Elder Li after the battle," Iron King said. "In this case, the blood sacrifice technique should have been taken away by Qiao Feng. Collect Elder Li's body and secretly send it back to the Li family," Golden King ordered. A group of people quickly collected Li Fengmian's body, carried the body down, and quickly left the inner hall. This Qiao Feng is so arrogant. He not only killed Li Yinsong, but also Li Fengmian. He mobilized our secret sentries in Chang County and must find the location of the beggar gang. Also send people to keep an eye on the Purple Shirt Palace. This time, the Li family will definitely let us take action first. When we take action, we will also take down the Purple Shirt Palace, King Jin ordered King Tai. "Don't worry, big brother, I will go and make arrangements immediately," King Tai said. "Li Fengmian's death may be my chance." A gleam of light flashed in King Jin's eyes. Now the news of the great Zhou dynasty's Emperor Zhou's breakthrough and injury has come, and the world has changed. King Jin now wants to expand his sphere of influence. If he takes down the Purple Shirt Palace, the power of his Qingyang village will be further improved. He didn't take action against the Purple Shirt Palace before because he was a little afraid of the Purple Shirt Palace's surrender to the 7th prince. Now, although the people of the Li family died in the hands of Qiao Feng, Liu Qingyao is not dead. This can do a lot of things that are beneficial to him. After the people left, the hall became silent. The Golden King of Hell sat upright on a stone chair, frowning. Qiao Feng's killing of Li Fengmian put some pressure on him. His eyes flickered. He stood up and headed towards the secret room. "County Magistrate's Mansion Boss Qiao, you said that we should call on the martial arts community of Chang County to wipe out the King of Hell village together." Liu Yun looked at Qiao Feng and her voice fluctuated a little. "Although I said outside that I killed Li Yinsong, County Magistrate Liu was the only one who survived. I didn't kill her. The Li family must have thought that County Magistrate Liu cooperated with my beggar's sect, so she was spared from death. The Li family may not take action against you because of phase, but the Li family can arrange for the King of Hell village to take action, so we can destroy the King of Hell village first. With the joint efforts of many forces in our Chang County, it is not difficult to destroy the King of Hell village. Although they are called the King of Hell and the 10 Kings of Hell, they don't deserve this title," Qiao Feng said coldly. In his world, the King of Hell and the 10 Kings of Hell are all people in mythology. The people of the King of Hell village are not worthy of using them. Hearing Qiao Feng's words, Liu Yun fell into deep thought. Qiao Feng's words were actually what she was worried about. There is no time to lose. If the people of Yanwang village take action first, the damage may be to Purple Shirt Palace. Qiao Feng looked at Liu Yun and said, "Okay, I will send a letter now to gather the forces around the county city to discuss how to attack Yanwang village," Liu Yun said after thinking for a moment. "No need to go through so much trouble. Purple Shirt Palace and Beggar's Gang will jointly send a hero letter to invite all the martial arts around Chang County to besiege Yanwang village tomorrow." Qiao Feng, who was opposite Liu Yun, spoke. "Discussing the forces of the martial arts world. Once it comes to discussing, there will be a lot of arguing. It is better to directly send a hero letter and set a time to besiege and kill Yanwang village." Chapter 750, News spreads, all parties gather together. "Boss Qiao, if I do this, I will break with the Li family. The Li family will not let me go. I can't stop the wrath of the Li family." Liu Yun looked at Qiao Feng with a serious look. "Risks and opportunities coexist. Although my beggar's sect started from Chang County, it is not here, and you have no other choice," Qiao Feng said. "The Li family is very powerful. Although it is not one of the 4 great families in Jiangnan, their strength is not inferior to the 4 great families," Liu Yun said. Among the four great families in Jiangnan, wasn't the Nangong family in Jinling just wiped out? The Jianghu movement has begun. If you want to escape, you can only hide your identity. Otherwise, you can only join this dispute. The Lai family is strong. It is the leader of the 36 foreign tribes in Jiangnan and the mother family of the 7th prince. So what? Now that Emperor Zhou has broken through and is seriously injured, the princes have begun to compete openly for the position of crown prince. I think many princes will think that there will be problems with the Lai family, Qiao Feng said in a very calm tone. The Purple Shirt Palace had been in Chang County for many years and had a certain reputation. Only when they joined forces could they have a certain impact, so he tried to win over the Purple Shirt Palace. Although the Purple Shirt Palace was mostly composed of women, it was definitely not easy for it to stand in Chang County for so many years. Both sides issued a hero invitation, calling on all martial artists to surround and kill Yanwang village. In terms of appeal, coupled with the strength he showed today, it would definitely gather a large number of martial artists. Yanwang village had been burning, killing and looting for so many years, and there must be many enemies. If there was a chance to attack Yanwang village, I believe many people would do it together. What's more, Yanwang village must have a lot of treasures, and lone warriors would definitely like them more. You are the other prince's people. Liu Yun looked at Qiao Feng and said. They are not worthy of my loyalty, Qiao Feng said coldly. Hearing Qiao Feng's words, Liu Yun's eyes condensed. Qiao Feng's words just now were that the princes were not worthy of his loyalty, not that he was not the prince's people. These are two different meanings. Okay, I can immediately join hands with you to send out a heroic invitation to surround and kill the king of Hell village. Liu Yun knew that she had no way out, so she could only go all out. I hope we can have a pleasant cooperation, Qiao Feng said. An hour later, a heroic invitation to Jianghu spread around Chang County City in an instant. Purple Shirt Palace and Beggar's Gang jointly issued a heroic invitation to deal with the King of Hell village tomorrow. The independent martial artists can gather at the outer gate of the county city, gather with the Beggar's Gang disciples, and be led by the leader of the Beggar's Gang, Qiao Feng, to kill the King of Hell village. The sect forces can gather at the Purple Shirt Palace, and be led by the Purple Shirt Palace. This news was like thunder. In the city, in a dilapidated courtyard, a man with a broken foot took out a rusty iron sword from the bed. Xiu, Chenger, I can help you get revenge tomorrow. He took the rusty iron sword and came to the grindstone that had been prepared long ago. He wanted to sharpen the iron sword to a bright spot so that he could kill more people from the King of Hell village tomorrow. I thought there was no chance for revenge, but now I have one. Next to a meat stall, the stall owner and his wife held a butcher knife and gave all the meat in front of them to acquaintances passing by, and quickly returned home. We can avenge our son's death tomorrow, we will die without regrets tomorrow. The two showed sadness on their faces. Their 10-year-old son died tragically at the hands of Yan Wangzhe. They couldn't take revenge, but now they have a chance, they must take revenge. At this moment, such things are not only happening in Chang County. Similar situations have also occurred in some places outside the city. These people all have grudges against Yan Wangzhe. Of course, it is mainly because someone gives them confidence. The leader of the beggar gang, Qiao Feng, killed the second elder of the Lai family with a palm, and the powerful force in Chang County, Purple Shirt Palace. This is the source of their confidence. Inside the Purple Shirt Palace, sister, why didn't you discuss this matter with us before you decided on it? You are playing with the lives of nearly 1,000 disciples of our Purple Shirt Palace. I absolutely disagree. The person who spoke was a woman who was wearing a tight long dress and looked younger than the first palace master Li Yun. The woman was not only tall, but also quite plump. Under the tight dress, her exaggerated sexy curves were revealed. But at this time, she was extremely angry, and her chest kept shaking, which made people unable to look away. The third palace master of the Purple Shirt Palace, Su Li, who was also Liu Yun's junior sister, said, "The hero invitation has been sent out. I can't take it back even if I want to. Do you want me to make the Purple Shirt Palace a joke?" Liu Yun looked at Su Li and said, "What a joke. That's better than losing my life, brother, tell me something." He turned to look at another person. This person was unusually tall, sitting there like an orangutan, giving a strong visual impact. His eyebrows were rough, and his face was not fierce, but with a hint of fortitude and a smile, which made people feel good at first sight. This was Shuangshan, the second palace master of Purple Shirt Palace. Everything is subject to the arrangements of the senior sister. Shang Shan's voice was not rough. You. Hey, Su Li sighed and sat down. Actually, this is a last resort. We have many women in the Purple Shirt Palace, and the king of Hell Village has long wanted to swallow up our Purple Shirt Palace. A few years ago, I joined the 7th prince through connections, which resulted in him not having the opportunity to attack our Purple Shirt Palace. Now that the Lai family is born here, even if it is not the beggar's sect, Qiao Feng who did it, he will find us. It is better for us to attack him than for him to do it. This is why I agreed to issue a hero invitation to Qiao Gang. Tomorrow we will take some close disciples and disciples of junior brother Shuang to the king of Hell Village, and let some ordinary disciples wait at the mountain gate, Liu Yun said. Is this the only way? Don't we need to contact the 7th prince again? We are with the Lai family, and the 7th prince cares more about the attitude of the Lai family. The king of Hell Village Jin Yan Wang actually belongs to the Lai family. We only have this way to go, Liu Yun said with a sigh. Then take action, and we must destroy the king of Hell Village. The previous Su Li changed his previous state and said sternly. King of Hell Village in a house. Iron King was holding 2 beauties in his arms, drinking and having fun. 3rd village leader, something happened. Suddenly, a short man rushed into the hall, showing panic, and said, Chang County, Purple Shirt Palace, and Beggar Gang, sent out a hero invitation, and will surround and kill our king of Hell Village tomorrow. What? Iron King's face changed when he heard this, and his hand that was previously on the beauty stopped. He stood up and waved his hand. The 2 women quickly retreated. This is the news just sent by the spy in Chang County. I was going to report it to the chief village leader, but the chief village leader just went into seclusion, so I came to report it to the 3rd village leader. Strengthen the defense in the village, let everyone cheer up, and all the 10 kings of hell come back to me. I want to see how many people are coming to die. Go down and make arrangements. Tomorrow, they will not come back. Pay close attention to all the news in Chang County and report to us in time. I want to know how many people there and how strong they are. Iron King's eyes emitted a cold light. Yes, the short man quickly left the room. After the short man left, Iron King's eyes flickered. After a moment, he came to the place where King Jin was in seclusion. What happened? King Jin's voice came from the secret room. Iron King pushed open the door of the secret room. The secret room was full of blood and energy, and these blood and energy continued to gather towards King Jin. Brother, the Purple Shirt Palace of Cheng County and the Beggars Gang jointly issued a hero invitation to besiege our King Jin's village tomorrow, Iron King said. It's better to strike first, they are faster than us, the Purple Shirt Palace and the Beggars Gang, plus other forces in Cheng County, are indeed numerous. They used to be afraid of my strength, but now with Qiao Feng from the Beggars Gang, let them do whatever they want. After the 10 kings of hell come back, let them come to me. I want to improve their strength, King Jin said in a deep voice. Brother, have you figured out the blood sacrifice technique? Not yet, I just injected some blood energy into their bodies. However, after using the blood energy, their consciousness will be affected and they will become violent, which is very suitable for killing the enemy. It can also be regarded as their final contribution to Yan Wang village. Jin Yan Wang showed a cruel smile at the corner of his mouth. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone, see you in the next video.